Hello, my friends, and welcome to Deep Space Transmissions, the series in which we take you to the outermost parts of the Milky Way galaxy. I'm your host, Commander VG Punks, and with me, as always, are Commanders Taylor and Psychon Jr.
Greetings.
Hi. Brains.
Brains. Wait, no,
Toilet
grains.
paper.
And sanitizer. We're making light of a dark situation today. That's the theme, I guess.
Well, I mean, it is pretty dark in space. We do need as many stars as we can get around here.
Urza Prime says, smells like fleet carriers in here.
Oh, yeah, we did get some news this week, didn't we? Some
We
things
did.
happened.
Wow, shit, we're gonna leave with that?
I mean, there's plenty of other things we can talk about, too, but it is the most exciting thing that we've found out about in Elite so far.
We could talk about
Is
this
that-
arrogant bastard ale that's sitting in front of me. No, I guess we can't talk about that.
Well, I mean, you're the one who has it in front of you. You can tell us about it.
Oh, well, it's in a brown bottle. It has it has like some kind of tiefling or something on it. Definitely has that IPA kind of citrusy. It's good though. I like it. I'm growing fond of the citrusiness of it.
Whoa.
Oh wait, he's muted again. Why is he always muted?
No idea. So,
Oh my gosh, I can't unmute him.
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
What?
Now I'm unmuted. There it is.
Well, wait, what is that? Is that? It sounds like there's some more Alabama music coming around.
You hear a banjo?
And he goes directly for dueling banjos.
You're gonna make the jokes, man. I'm gonna roll with them.
We're in flight. All systems check.
Correcting minor glitch.
Oh, apparently there was a glitch. Whoops. I should probably start checking that before I lift off.
So yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but fleet carriers, that's a thing now. That's gonna be coming out.
Fleet carriers is a thing.
Are they gonna be very big?
I mean, they're gonna be able to carry 16 ships, so I imagine so.
Just
Can
the
I just
name.
say something from Tivana?
I don't want to right now. Okay?
Something
The name.
Sorry, guys.
No
Oh,
problem.
that's fine. The name just made me think that they were gonna be really small. Because they're fleet carriers.
No. Not,
Oh.
they don't. They would still need to be pretty big to carry the basis from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Dude, have you he could fit in his own base case to travel to send himself some.
Is he really small? I have no idea.
Yes.
He's a really tiny guy.
Well, does that imply that the eagle carries the eagles? No. Okay, that one fell flat. That's okay. I'll be
Yeah, I
all
was like, wait, what?
right.
I mean, they probably saw plenty of them in their drug-related quests and whatnot, considering they were in like the 60s and 70s.
So I'm plotting to the waypoint. All right, what I think is the waypoint. It doesn't have a marker or anything for me, which is strange.
Well, yeah, the best thing that really came out that I imagine that Commander Taylor looked forward to wasn't so much the fleet carrier, but the entire patch notes. that
Yeah,
came
I
out.
hadn't had a chance to read those.
It's a lot of bug fixes, like
Oh,
a
good.
lot. Let me see. So when one of the people who was a former dev who's now streaming went to talk about it, it took almost like 20 minutes to talk about just the bug fixes.
Wow. I am still sitting here plotting to this waypoint 3.
Yeah, we've been having a little issues with that.
Oh, here goes 90%.
Well, concerning the fleet carriers, I'm looking at the the article on them now. So apparently we're gonna have to harvest a new fuel.
Yep.
Yeah. So the fuel that they use is the fuel that's used by the capital ships. It's
Okay.
called tritium.
Tritium. Yeah.
Tritium.
Well, they
Tritium.
called it tritium.
Well, they're Brits. I mean, what do you expect?
Hey, you're the one. Oh, so her name is Aisling then.
Is it tritium?
Oh, is that an aluminium thing?
Tritanium?
Trihardium.
Trihardium.
So, the fleet carriers themselves. So
Okay,
the way they
super
explained on
cruise.
screen is they take their tanks
Engaging
are
cruise.
1,000 tons of fuel. It takes 500 tons of fuel to jump 500 light years. So you only get 2 jumps out of it. It's an hour charge up time and an hour cooldown time. So basically you are looking at about 2 hours between 500 light year jumps.
Okay.
And it comes with a 25,000 ton cargo.
Analysis mode.
So that you can haul 25,000 tons of whatever you want to put in there and whatnot. It's the bare minimum is 10 million upkeep, and that's with no services whatsoever. It's just the ship. If you want to add other services and crew, then that adds to the cost.
Like hiring co-pilots and whatnot, but on a grander scale.
Yeah, on a much grander scale. You get each of the carriers comes with 16 landing pads, 8 large, 4 medium, and 4 small. They're only purchasable from certain starports with the carrier vendor contact, and it was confirmed by them that there are no systems in the Liang Rui, so no discount with that.
Okay, which is to be expected.
Let me see. You can manage docking permissions so that anyone can dock, or just your friends, or just squad mates can. Unfortunately, NPCs can't dock, but.
Okay.
I'm reading here as well. You can manage your carrier's finances by setting tariffs and adjusting the buying and selling prices for commodities traded in its market.
Yeah, so in other words, so you can actually add either up to 0 or 100% on tariffs for like however much you charge for people to add some
Temperatures are
basically economy, because the money that's generated in your services, whether it's like the advanced
completing system scan. Stand by.
what is it called? The one where you get like the
Information.
refueling and then the limits
Cartography
and
has now
stuff,
been updated.
the advanced maintenance or the outfitting or whatnot. The economy generated from that goes into the fleet carrier's own separate bank account that you can use for the upkeep fee.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Now,
And it does include a ship services where you can sell ships on the carrier, which I found really interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
do we know if there's going to be a way to purchase the fuel, or are we gonna just have to
you can,
afford
you can
ourselves?
buy it or you can mine it.
Yeah, you can buy it or mine it. Although I mean, obviously, it's not going to be available everywhere. Probably at the same stations where you purchased the carriers from.
I think I looked at that poorly. I would assume that you'd be able to buy the stuff off of the like market board, so to speak. But I'm curious if you could buy it just like from an NPC.
Also, fleet carriers are going to have their own skins, so yes, you can get them from the Frontier store.
Ooh.
Use your arcs to get skins for your fleet carriers.
So I was a little concerned that they didn't go into the different outfitting options that they have for the fleet carriers. Like you can outfit it for exploration or for.
So instead of doing like the
Course
full
adjustment.
module type thing like they were originally saying, so what they're offering is essentially you get your own mobile space station.
Frame
Like you can
shift.
get
Now engaged.
the different services like that, except for selling your star map data.
Well, I mean, I can kind of understand the star map data because you'd kind of be selling it to
Scanning.
yourself. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I mean?
That actually.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
it doesn't make any sense that there wouldn't be a way to have a universal cartographics contact on any station.
Yeah,
Right, because
that's
all you're
fair.
doing is you're hiring a representative of that business, right? You know,
Right.
or you're opening a franchise of it. So it's a little contrived. I don't really have a problem with that, right? What I have concerns with is for one thing, I'm going to science geek here for a minute, okay? Tritium is not rare. Tritium is an isotope of hydrogen.
Oh wow, Jesus.
Scanner mode.
Okay. So
Scanner
the
mode.
whole you have to have tritium to fuel this thing. That's what our ships already run on, right? Our ships run on an isotope of hydrogen that we scoop from stars. So I don't understand why you can't just, other than game mechanics wise, right? But you can't just, set up a ship that can go and scoop fuel from a star and you have to just come back and transfer 100 tons at a time or something like that, right?
Maybe even like a specialized fuel scoop that picks up this particular fuel.
Like I said, this is what the frameshift drives in all of the Elite Dangerous ships already run on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So that fuel scoop is what you have in your ship right now.
Like, but I just meant, I apologize for that. I should have freaking went a little further there. Instead of just for a game mechanic reason, obviously for the purpose of science geek, yes, you're absolutely right. But for a game mechanic reason, they could do something like I said, like a specialized fuel scoop that picks up this particular isotope or whatever.
I kind of like the idea of mining for it because, this kind of gets into what I wanted to talk about a little bit later, which was how these game loops kind of intermix with one another. So it kind of brings a little bit more reason to having to mine for stuff, like in mining for this concept of a different fuel, which I like. I think that's pretty cool.
Completing system
Next system
scan
en
for
route.
cartography.
I don't have a problem with it either. But like I said, it was just the whole, okay, why don't you just make something up, right? Instead of picking an element that already exists.
Yeah, right. You could have straight went with like trilithium or something weird, like
Right.
Or even like compressed tritium, however you say it.
Yeah,
Something
right.
Like some, gold pressed tritium.
Yeah, go. Hello, VC. Welcome to the show, man. I love your new Winston emoji. That's pretty cool. The power of science.
And clearly you could only buy gold pressed tritium from guys with big ears and wrinkly foreheads.
You went full Ferengi with that.
The fuel source that would come from only the Federation, right?
Scanner mode.
Did the Ferengi ever
Done.
this is a complete sidebar, but did the Ferengi ever actually join the Federation, or were they just...
No, they're their own separate alliance.
Yeah, I thought they were. I
They're
couldn't remember joining.
they're the barterers of the universe.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
The merchant class, if you will.
The bards.
I was kind of when we were first talking about fleet carriers, a month or two ago. I was kind of hoping that they would go with something that was more akin to like EVE Online's big ships, like the Titans and whatnot. I personally think Elite's a much better game than an EVE, but
Scanning now.
that's just because I don't like spreadsheets. But I liked the idea of being able to park your ships on and be able to jump, and then you use the smaller ships to fuel the bigger ship. But
Yeah, I like that idea as well.
I like that. My friend Rash, who plays Ark with us, was also, he and I played EVE together years ago, and we were working towards I forget what name of it was, but they had like the large, I think it was called a Rorqual, and it was like a massive mining platform, and you fed it with the other
Have I
mining
been
ships.
here before?
Scanner mode.
No problem.
But you fed it with the other mining ships, but it had like refining plants.
Oh, I
in
have
it
been
and
here
whatnot.
before.
Oh,
That's funny.
did you
I
look
just
back
jumped into
around?
a system that I've already been in.
Oh wow.
I'm actually not sure. How far out are you guys now?
Well, take a look, man. Are you playing right now?
No, I was-
hang
I was
on.
just
We've
trying
got
to-
someone else who's trying to
trying to
talk.
check.
What? Oh, we just got a whole lot more redneck in here.
Well, at least it will when I unmute him. Okay. Did somebody get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's.
got it.
I gotta look back into that. Why is it muting everybody?
It's set to only push to talk or something, but then when you come in, it doesn't matter if you're pushed to talk or not.
That's so weird. Waterworld!
There you go.
Yeah!
Give me just a minute, guys. I gotta set up my HOTAS before I can do anything.
Welcome to the show.
So, anyway, yeah, a lot of the talk is people complaining about there having to be a weekly maintenance cost and whatnot. And I'm like, I mean, you brought up the best point, Bob. Like, these are places where you're gonna need like massive amounts of commitment in order to want to actually have it. Like, you can't just spend $5 million, have this ship, and expect it just to have it forever.
Yeah, this
Like,
isn't just another tool to go in your arsenal. This is like buying a scientific laboratory, essentially. Like, this is big. This is a big move.
Well, you have to have crew. I mean, this is a massive ship, right? So you need to have crew that can that can do the work aboard the ship for you, right? And man the stations and all that, and they're gonna want to get paid.
Sorry, Space Legs. I'm sorry, I was coughing. I don't know. But
Hi, hon. Welcome to the show.
But what I was gonna say too is like, there's a reason too. If you think about it, like people, especially complaining about like not having newer players like have the access to it and whatnot, that it should be locked for certain members or squads and stuff. That like, there's a reason why they originally tested this out by like only having basically player groups that could control stations and whatnot. And then like people were like, well, I mean, if we have the money eventually, why not just able to buy the stations? Now they're doing something like that, and people complaining like, I mean, it does certainly seem like there's a lot more things where people are just like, we want something, but then as soon as we deliver it, they're like, but we don't want it like that.
Yeah, we don't want it like that. We want it like what we thought.
well, like from a game mechanics reasoning, is it the reason that they're kind of in a way limiting them? I would assume is maybe for like resource management kind of thing. Like there can only be so many of these things in the galaxy,
Right.
kind of thing.
It should not be. We shouldn't come into a situation where everyone just has one. You know.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but everyone buys one, and then you have derelict, mega ships floating around.
Right.
Which Elite has enough of those, right?
Yeah. True story.
I got 2 water worlds right here.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm about to scan this terraformable one right here.
So the weekly maintenance cost, I'm assuming if you do not pay it, you lose the ship.
Well,
You
not
do.
right away, but
It gets
you do
decopped.
actually. Yeah.
My other question is, do we know if they will move? I know that they can make jumps, but will they like jump in and stop? Or will you be able to move them around the systems?
I imagine they did it, like they did a test flight on them on their live stream this week. I didn't get to catch that part, but I mean, I imagine that you could actually move them to certain areas because they're going to create
You can make it jump into a system, in which case it'll pick a random body to orbit when it gets there, or you can choose a body for it to orbit when it gets there.
Oh, cool.
But that's only if you have the map for that system, right?
Otherwise, it just jumps into the largest mass like we normally do.
Well, and it'll pick a body in that system to orbit at random, right? So it's like, it's like when that player found Jacques Station, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's orbiting a random planet in that system, and you have to figure out which one. Surprise!
Right.
Surprise! It's a black hole.
And it's not like we had the FSS way it is now too, like the old system scanner. Woo!
Yeah.
I've heard. I did not play during that period of time, but I've heard it was not good.
Well, it was fine actually.
That was fine.
There was a lot more having to look around.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
have to fly around in a system, kind of blind.
Well, no, not really. You hit the honk, right? And that would tell you, that would get you everything that's in that system.
Yep.
Okay, and then in order to get the detailed surface scan of stuff that could be valuable, you'd have to go and fly up to that planet for long enough for the DSS to go off.
Yeah, but as an additional step, if you wanted basic scans on everything, you actually had to fly up to each individual planet instead of scanning it from a module.
So if you found a water world, it's because you flew up to it.
Yeah, you had to fly up to it.
You could see what it is from the system map after the honk.
Right.
Yeah, but then again, you also had to buy the modules because they didn't come installed in the ships already.
Also,
I knew that much.
And the advanced discovery scanner was 1.6 million. Which a fledgling explorer is not going to be able to afford that. But
no.
Well, either way it goes, I think that it's a welcome addition, but I agree with you guys. It's one of those things where it's like you're going to have to actually stay on top of it. It's not worth buying if you're not going to have people playing.
I think it's going to take time. Oh, there it is. Get your bingo cards out.
What? Oh, was that the death metal sneeze?
That was the death metal sneeze.
Bingo. Wait, no, I didn't bingo yet.
Well, don't worry, give it time. Life finds a way.
Well, there's number 2.
There's number 2. There's number 3. Wow, we're just knocking them out right at the beginning.
So I think that this is, the fleet carriers is going to be like any major change that Frontier has done. It's going to take a couple of weeks, probably more like 6 weeks, for Frontier and the players to find the new balance.
So one of the things that I found interesting was, and we kind of touched a little bit on it when we were talking about some of the scanners and stuff, is, explorers and talking about, what's the use of these carriers now if we can't really do maintenance costs on these fleet carriers while we're out exploring. So, Bob, you said you had some thoughts on it?
So let's think about that critically for a moment, right? So if you have one of these fleet carriers and you take it out into the galaxy because you're gonna use it as a base of operations while exploring, which is exactly what we would do, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
So it can only jump 500 light years, which, hey, 500 light year jump range is not bad, right? 2 jumps and it's at wherever you're going to be at the end of your session, right? But how are you going to continue to make money to fund that station if you don't have a income stream from Universal Cartographics, which is your primary income stream if you're an explorer?
Mining.
Right. Well, and that was my thought, right? So if you have it set up so that you can buy and sell commodities on there, or even with the black market, but I think commodities, right? You're going to go out and you're going to have to mine for fuel for this thing anyway. So you come back and you sell everything you mined, and hopefully you make enough to fund it.
So the way that would work, right? It would be like. In order to, normally you would put the money into the bank for the ships that the money would come out of, so you would be buying the commodities off that ship. But in this case, where you just put like advanced maintenance, right? So that people go out and explore the areas around the ship where it jumps to, and then they refuel up, they do their repairs, they buy their limpets or whatnot.
Which is fine, but how are you going to make the income in order to support that because you're creating a completely enclosed economy, and how are you going to create a completely enclosed economy when the whole thing requires a constant input of 20 million credits?
Yeah.
And that's 20 million credits that gets pissed away because Frontier is putting in a credit sink. That's what these are.
Yep, this is a credit sink. Which is something we need. We need to be able to pull those credits out of the economy. That is something that's required.
You should be, they need to be able to add in the ability to put a Universal Cartographics representative on that ship. I don't see any other way for explorers to be able to sustain one of these.
Right.
I have 2 things to say concerning this. One serious statement and one humorous statement. I will start with the serious statement. I feel like a lot of these are going to be purchased, and a lot of these are going to disappear very shortly after they're purchased.
Yep. Yep.
And then the humorous statement is, can you neutron star jump one of these suckers?
Well, please don't
see one
jump
try.
the same way we ships jump.
I know. I totally.
No, I know.
That's
No,
just
actually-
man. 1,500 light years. Here we go.
So, Psychon, you're wrong there. They jump exactly the same way. It's an RQB air drive, no matter
But
what
what
you
I
do.
was
It's an
told,
RQB drive.
and at least from some of the things I observed, is these jump the same way the capital ships jump, which is
They have the same animation, but it's underlying it. It's the same technology.
Yep.
sort
we-
of, but
No, when you do a system jump, when you do a hyper jump, it's the same technology.
An internal combustion engine is still an internal combustion engine, even if it's the size of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
It still does the same thing. It's just how much horsepower it can put out.
Scanner.
Kinda.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a very powerful version of of the smaller drives, right?
Which is one of the things that kind of trips me out about, like, the Diamondback Explorer versus, I don't know, a Corvette. The Corvette can't jump as far, but it's got a way bigger engine.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a lot
well,
more mass.
it's also
too,
got
right?
like
And so it's
a lot
it's
more mass it has to carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mass to engine capacity issue, right?
I'd
It's
like
the same
to
thing.
actually-
You could have a 450 horsepower engine, right? And if you put that 450 horsepower engine into a little lightweight, carbon fiber body race car, it's going to go a hell of a lot faster than if you put it into a massive steel tow truck.
Yeah, of course. The thing is,
Commander Nakona could tell us a hell of a lot more about that, right?
of course. I was gonna say though, I mean, I'd like to actually look at the mass ratio comparison between, like, say, a Corvette and a Diamondback.
Okay, here it is.
Oh, do we have one?
So right here, you can see that.
Math nerd.
So this is the very first of the two equations. So first, this is the fuel equation. This is what
Hey,
tells
better
us.
get your spreadsheet ready.
This is what tells us how much. This is what tells us how much fuel is required to make a jump. And if we do a little bit of algebra on this equation, we come up with this. And this is the distance that you're able to jump, which is equal to the optimal mass of your frame shift drive over the mass of your ship, times an equation that is, or times the fuel required for the jump over L, which is, what was L? So L is a constant defined by the rating and class, or the rating of your drive, and that is to the power of, where's the, hold on, where's the, I need to look at that equation again.
This got real nerdy in here.
1 over P, and P is a constant defined by the rating and class of our drive, respectively. I've actually been trying to kind of pick this apart, and I'm not very good at math, but I've been trying to pick this equation apart to get what those two constants mean. Like, because you can tell me that those are constants based on, like, the class and the size of your drive, but that doesn't mean anything to me until I can see those numbers, Like, what are those numbers exactly? But those are the specific equations that tell us what those do, and I put those in general.
Ammonia world.
What am I
Nice.
doing with my life?
You're
Scanner
getting
mode.
Edumacation.
Okay,
Edumacation.
Commander.
Edumacation.
It's true, though. I find this stuff very interesting. Somebody thought of that. Somebody thought of that stuff. That's crazy to me.
Ammonia world.
So no. That's,
Oh, it's already
that's not the
discovered?
most-
Wait, it's
That's
already
not
been
the most-
discovered?
That's not the most interesting thing to me, right? The most interesting thing about that math equation is that it's not that somebody at Frontier thought of that, but somebody else reverse engineered it.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And that is how we get sites like Coriolis.
Yep.
It's how we get sites like that.
I'm sorry, I was watching porn.
Hyperspace
What were you guys
velocity
talking about?
Math porn, man. I don't know what
Was
you're talking about.
was it bear porn again?
Full integrity is within
Did you
your
like it?
rights.
Did you see
All
the
of this
exponents on that girl? Jesus.
Completing system scan. Stand by. Gathering
That ain't
information.
no imaginary numbers.
It was Alabama porn. Everybody involved was related.
Oh, Jesus. Confusing us with Tennessee again.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure stepsister, stepbrother is kind of.
What are you doing, stepbrother?
Lol. It's a family show. Mark that off your bingo cards, folks.
Let's talk about bears.
No, we're not.
Hey, speaking about family show, the lyrics on this song.
What is it?
It's explicit.
Oh, it's explicit.
Nobody cares.
Yeah,
It's a family show.
I say fuck all the time. We have to listen to the lyrics, and just every time he says fuck, it's family show. It's family show.
It's a shot for every time he says the F word, right?
No, it's not a shot for every time he says the F word. There's like some heavy breathing going on in here. Are you?
Dude, Mac, really? You okay?
I said bear.
Stand by. Scanning now. Collating. Compiling data.
Commander Nakona, you okay? I don't think he can hear us, and that's a bad thing because we can hear him.
Knack?
Yeah.
Knack, you good? Knack?
Keep some curtains up. Is Taylor getting a little bit of show?
I can't let you do that, Dave.
Damn it.
I think he might be asleep. Is he okay? No, seriously, is he okay?
Snoring?
Scanner mode.
Right away, Commander.
Hold on. I'm gonna call him. Go ahead.
Listen.
Hello.
Hey, Dave, what you doing, bud?
Why?
Because it sounds like you're having sex with a bear.
Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of configuring. Hold on a second. Let me mute my crap.
Oh, somebody mark that.
Right now, I'll be back in there.
So we were hearing you on Discord, and all we were hearing was
Scanner mode.
damn it.
Damn it.
Just enforcing those stereotypes of the South, man.
Scanner mode.
I guess it switched over to the microphone on my Oculus while I'm drawing my play area.
Okay.
I was just like, man, like, did he pass out? Is he like having a seizure or something? This is not good.
Well, he set up his, that whole new room that he built, or remodeled, I should say, and he's in there apparently setting up his Oculus circle where he can play the game in or whatever. I guess it just wasn't lining up for him.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I'm the redneck. I'm just saying.
To be fair, this guy did say he'd fuck a bear.
Little did you know I was talking about the stories that David had told me.
Anything good in this system? Nope. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh wait, you know what? Urza did ask a very good question a little while ago, and I'm going to find out the answer to that question right now.
You know what? While you do that, I'm going to step away to the ship's head.
next system en route.
So to answer your question, we are now 47,131.24 light years away from Sol.
So, what is that? 94 jumps with the fleet carrier.
One jump with mine.
I'm good.
I'm
like using this.
Yep.
What was the I saw a video like maximum. It was like 300. I'm trying to say.
Vectors.
Yeah, somebody built like an anaconda. It was like 300.
It was like 300, I think.
Yeah.
It was just over 300.
That guy's like fleet carriers, whatever.
Yeah, right. Fleet carriers, more like 2 jumps.
In order to do it, he had to get an engineered fuel tank, so he could only do 1 jump with that thing.
Yeah, you can only do one
yeah.
jump at a time.
Scanning for
So
information.
it was jump to the system and then refuel.
Or if there's not a refueling star,
Well,
Cry.
I'm done.
cry.
Make good friends with the fuel rats.
Hey, could you follow me?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to follow me.
Yeah, I'm happy with the anaconda that I've got here. The Nocturne. He's an amazing little vessel. Little vessel. And I am about to scan the shit out of this system. Hell yeah. I guess, did you guys see my new paint job?
Yes,
Yes,
you
I
showed
did.
us last week.
Hurt?
So how did you apply said paint job in deep space?
Oh,
Well, did you know there's a setting in your main menu
yeah,
that allows
that
you to access your ship paint
that
job?
fires off paint limpets.
I did not know that.
They're actually not full-size limpets, though. They're micro limpets, which I totally invented myself, and they didn't invent. That was me. I did that.
He totally tried to invent in order to.
No, that wasn't to steal his rum. That was to bring me rum from my own cargo hold, and it just so happened that if there was no rum in my cargo hold, it would find the nearest supply, which was more often than not Commander Taylor's supply.
It's kind of funny to me that a game that has the initials ED has a bunch of limpets in it.
Scanner mode.
Affirmative.
Oh goodness. Anyway.
Yep.
So yep.
There he goes again.
I do want to say something that's kind of funny. So I bought a HOTAS setup for myself, as well as a way to have them, because my desk was too high. I think I discussed this with you guys before. So I bought some stands to sit them on, so that I would be able to fly. And then I started playing Ark, and haven't been back to space. So they're just kind of sitting here, not doing anything. I'm trying to figure out how to fly a Pteranodon with HOTAS.
You don't.
No, I don't think it works very well.
Unless they gave us an all-range mode in Arc.
Scanning
That would be
for
kind of cool.
information.
Fly upside down, that kind of
Well,
thing.
the Pteranodon does do barrel rolls.
I know he does barrel roll. Well, he does aileron rolls.
Fair enough. We're being technical, and technically correct is the best kind.
Yep. The best kind of correct. I just heard a Bork from behind me. Okay. Yeah. Bupper is doing the interactions.
Mhm. I always thought it was kind of funny how when you go to the head, you're taking your butt.
What?
When you go to the head, you're taking your butt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of weird.
Scanner
Taking your
mode.
butt to the head.
Acknowledged, Commander.
Interesting. We've seen that video.
Of course you have. But in that video had bears in it.
Barely. Barely any bears.
Just the bare necessities.
I mean, there were some people bearing it all.
But were there some
Yeah,
bears?
because you just gotta grin and bear it.
Yeah. It was a hairy situation.
And that's all for tonight, folks. We'll see you next time on Deep Space Transmissions.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'll have to just hibernate till later.
And all our viewers are gone.
Wait, we had viewers?
There was a couple people in here.
Yeah, there were.
Anyways, I think that the fleet carriers are going to be interesting. They'll balance them out eventually to the point where like everybody's at least okay with it, if not happy.
Yeah, I agree. Usually when they release something new, everything breaks, and then they fix it, and then everyone's cool with it for a while.
Well, I think if they at the very, they said they're going to do a weekly cost, so or a weekly update or uptake, whatever, upkeep is the word I'm looking for. If they do that, if they allowed you to pay it in advance, so that you could go do like exploration, that sort of thing, and then come back and pay several weeks at a time.
That would be something.
That would be the way I would go, solving that problem that Commander Taylor brought up.
Well, so Frontier has a history of being willing to change things to rebalance the game when it's not working. So they're not afraid to admit that they made a mistake or to fix something that they know is broken.
Very true.
So, this is something that, maybe it's not clear how they intend for it to work for this particular aspect of gameplay. Or maybe it's just something they haven't done enough discovery on in order to understand how, they have one intent for how they expect it to work, but maybe it doesn't line up with what the players want to do, right? So it's gonna take a there's gonna be a shaking out period, just like every time they add a new mechanic to this game. There would be a shaking out period of about 6 weeks, and then they'll rebalance it, and things will get better. And then they'll continue to iterate to improve it, and then we'll end up with gameplay mechanics like the current version of the VSS, right?
Right.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm sorry, I mute myself when I'm vaping because. Yeah, I think that's, as you say, that's how they've done before. It seems like that's the way it'll go again.
So to expand on that, you should, if you got problems, you should totally take it to the forums, because they're listening.
Well, until they're out and we actually see how they go, I'm not going to do any sort of complaints.
Go play on the beta servers next week.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's
they'll
true.
be out. Yep. Try to play on the beta servers.
Well, I was going to say, the problem with that is am I going to have 5 billion to freaking buy one and try it out?
Very true.
No, they make them, they adjust the cost on there in order for players to actually get in there and mess with them.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like beta server 5 billion. Might take me a little bit to get to that number.
Right.
Like, beta servers was also how we eventually found out about the Mambo coming out too.
Mambo combo. I'm sorry. I'm curious how, like, okay, so for the purposes of like exploration, like what you guys are doing, or mining, I could see a lot of use in one. But for the purposes of like people who like to do the more combat-oriented stuff, the things don't fight, as far as I know.
Maximum.
No, but having a base of operations orbiting the planet whose rings you're currently doing pirate murdering in, that's huge, right?
If they could evacuate quickly. The
less
when they jump in,
amount of time. The less amount of time that you have to spend flying to a station in order to redeem your bounty vouchers and reload, the more time you can spend actually, doing combat and killing pirates and making money.
Yeah, that's true. Which makes that very sustainable.
And also, the closer it is to combat, and like, say you do bite off a bit more you chew, and they blow out your canopy or something, then possibly the faster you can get to a place instead of trying to fly a ship in order to land on. Or
also true.
Using it as a base of operations for that kind of activity is kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah,
well,
that works out great.
The problem that I was seeing was what
scanner mode.
What Commander Psychon was saying, which was that they have an hour cooldown. So I guess the best way you could go about doing that would be to jump into the system, wait an hour before you started doing combat so that you could escape if you needed to.
Well, so they don't engage in combat themselves, but if there's fighting around the ships, then they have their own, like, station auto lasers to fire against people who are firing in the area. So
which are deadly as hell.
Are we going to run into the same problem we ran into during the big kerfuffle? Yeah, I used kerfuffle. When the ship is shooting at you.
I mean,
you're too close to the ship, even though you're fighting Thargoids.
oh yeah. I mean, possibly, but you don't have to fight them. You just fly back to the station, and then they gain the fines, and then the station just killing them.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to pay fines to my own station for fighting stuff. That just doesn't make sense. You ran into the docking ring or whatever, and but it's my ship. I bought it. Like it's mine. If I want to run into it, I can.
What? What do you guys mean? Target too close? I'm nowhere near this star.
Is it on the other side of it?
Next system en route.
I'm trying to scan these asteroids right here, but it says they're too close to the star. Or too close to me or something, but like scanner mode.
That's affirmative.
Yeah, I get that every now and then too.
I have never seen this happen before. Up. 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 There we go. Now I got it.
But hey, you know what would really help promote if you want to use it for combat issues and stuff for these fleet carriers? If maybe there were like, I don't know, some kind of weekly goal where you would go out and kill pirates or something like that, and you would gain money for those powers that needed them, and then you brought along your base of operations.
He spread that sarcasm on there like peanut butter.
Right? You go do some work for Iceling?
Oh yeah, I mean that's her name.
Iceling.
Scanning now.
You got Knack breathing in my ear again.
Well, I'm back now. I'm sitting here getting frustrated because I'm trying to get this crap set up right. Controls. HCS. Nope. There we go.
All right.
Is your system having an ED malfunction?
Hardly.
I'm out. I'm done.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Now I've got all my navigation and crud back.
Okay, here we are.
We just got a whole lot more rootin' and tootin' in here.
It did.
Rootin' tootin' ready for shooting.
I feel like Commander VG's Anaconda don't want none, son.
Scanner mode.
That's affirmative.
Oh, where the hell am I?
How come I'm not getting these? I wonder why I'm not getting
Welcome
these
back,
scans.
Commander Nakona. How you been, stranger?
Reset view.
Like that, huh?
Same though.
Alright.
You can you hear us all okay?
I hear you just fine. Alright, how do I sound? Because I'm using the built-in microphone on my Oculus right now.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, you sound fine.
I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. Where the heck? Okay, hold on. What's that button do?
Wait. What was that intro we were supposed to do, Commander Bunks?
What intro?
From one of the earlier streams?
What?
Commander,
Oh, right. No, that's not Knack though. That's Urs. He's Commander.
Big some fish.
No,
Commander
no,
Big some fish.
that's not your name. Your name is Commander.
It's
I'll find it.
absolute. It's
I'll find
absolute.
it. That's okay. I'll find it.
Oh, Commander Nakona's in Rubigo.
I wouldn't really call that the middle of nowhere.
I'm trying to remember where the hell this station is. I remember where the hell this station is I'm supposed to go to out of here. It's been a month since I fired this game up.
What are you trying to do?
Passenger runs.
okay, Rubigo Mines, isn't that like over by
They've been on board your ship for a month.
the Rubigo. The Rubigo is a station that's like by a ringed planet.
It's got an asteroid built around it, but yeah.
So he's had passengers on board his ship for a month.
No, they have not been on board my ship.
He went to go collect the passengers. He's just been stuck.
Where was I going? Hauser's Reach, was it?
Yes. Hauser's Reach is where you're going.
Right, Commander Licky Bum Bum is his name. Sorry, almost forgot about that, Commander Licky Bum Bum.
And where is Commander Licky Bum Bum at?
He's right here in chat with us.
No, but he's in what was it? He's supposed to be reporting from.
Commander.
Ass end of nowhere.
Asshole of the universe.
Yeah, there we go.
Commander Licky Bum Bum and the asshole of the universe.
If Commander Nakona would accept the wing invite.
Well, I'm in dealing with other crap for just a minute.
He's
That's what she said.
He's tuning his mic. He sounds a little bit cunt.
All right. Found an ammonia world.
It's the title of my sex tape, Ammonia World.
Stinky.
That's pretty damn gross. There we go. Now maybe I can get the discovery scans every time I jump.
It's a furry sex tape, and everybody's a kitty.
No, he likes bears.
Bear. It's a bear.
Yeah, he likes bears.
I was gonna say he's into yiffing, that's for sure.
Not as much as you are into docking.
Yeah, sure, okay. God bless it. How do I navigate the invite menu again?
Just request docking.
No.
It's the top menu.
Yeah, it's
I keep getting requests denied though.
Oh, the loop of shame. I synced it.
Yep, the loop of shame.
Oh, nope. Damn it, what button was it? There we go. Oh, how do I get it?
We need to get him some voice attack, man.
I've got voice attack, but I'm trying. Comms menu. Nope. What the hell's that?
Trying to remember all of his.
Social.
Yeah. Social.
Affirmative.
There we go. Hold on. Okay, why aren't you navigating correctly?
Whoa.
Come on. Nope. There's a button combination. I cannot remember what the heck it was.
You know, the VR thing seems like a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I had it down, but it's been a month, so I don't remember what does what.
Half circle and X. Or half circle high punch.
Back, low punch. Oh wait.
Get over here!
Stay over there.
Really good.
Huh?
Forward. It's a forward high kick.
Which one was forward high kick?
Forward high kick was the dash kick, not the bicycle kick. The one where he like jumps forward, and, like real fast as a taekwondo.
Yeah.
K move, man.
Yeah.
And then if you hold low kick and then for 5 seconds and then let it go, you do the bicycle.
Yeah, I remember that. But the bicycle kick was more fun because the voice line was like.
It's better than Raiden telling me to get back in the car.
Get back in the car. Next system en route.
I have got to pull up controls for this.
But the it's pretty funny too.
So the system that I'm jumping to is named Kasu.
Kasu?
Kasumi?
Kasu.
Kasu?
Kasu. No, Kasu. Kasu. Kasu.
Kasu.
Kasu is what's left after you press sake.
Oh.
Right? So when you make sake, you've got rice and koji and yeast, and it all ferments, right? And when it's done, in order to separate the liquid from the leftover solids, you put it through a press. And what's left is called kasu.
That's a fun word.
Maximum velocity.
Not as fun as gazebo.
What?
Confirming exit
Or font.
So kasu is interesting stuff, right? Because the Japanese folks, they don't let anything go to waste, right? So they'll eat that. They'll use that kasu in soup. They'll use it as a marinade on fish.
Yum.
They'll make pickles with it.
I want to try it now. I want to try that.
Alright. Manager Taylor, you heard him. Ship him some kasu.
Yep. Do
Yeah,
it!
just as soon as I have some.
It does not sound
Just a map.
appetizing at all. So I don't want any.
Why you say
Well,
that?
Think about it, man. It's rice porridge. It tastes like sake.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just I'm thinking like, to me, it sounds like leftover coffee grounds. Okay, I'm not down. I'm not down.
Okay, I finally figured out how to get into my damn menu, and it's not the VR that's the problem. I was trying to remember the HOTAS settings. All right, someone send me another invite.
I'm on it.
I'm on it. Okay.
Sent.
Tag, you're it.
Moving off away from the star. Scanner
So
mode.
yeah, you can take the sake kasu and bury some vegetables in it, and a week later you have what they call kasuzuke, which is kasu pickles.
I thought that was Naruto's bad guy.
There we go.
And you can just do that with all types of vegetables, huh? What if you
I mean, some vegetables pickle better than others, but yeah.
What if you don't like? Is there a dish where they take those vegetables and then tempura fry them? That would be pretty good.
Time out. Commander VG Punks, there appears to be a dire wolf in your kitchen.
Limits. All other systems.
Oh yes, that.
Oh, were you not aware about that? Like,
Scanning
that's,
information.
I was not aware that there was an animal he could ride walking through his kitchen. No.
It's and you see, this is what I was talking. That's what I'm telling you. He said,
Oh, dude, no.
"That's fucked up." He was like, "There appears to be a dire wolf in your kitchen." Then he referred to Atlas as a dog I could ride. You realize that he doesn't. He comes up to maybe my knees.
Robert, what the hell ship am I in?
Fuck if I know. How the fuck would I know?
You were the last person to fly on my account.
A sidewinder, maybe, or
I think so.
You let him use your account? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, my computer, I had my whole rig over at his house.
He's probably
Scanner
not,
mode.
he was letting me try out his VR stuff, and obviously didn't want to fly his fancy ship, so I think I just grabbed a sidewinder to go out and fly around in. I don't remember what it was.
Well, there's a quick way to get back to your other ship, blow up your sidewinder.
I don't know if it's a sidewinder. It may not be.
I think it is.
It may have been a freaking. Oh, shit, I can't think of what that
What does it
was.
say in the upper right-hand corner of your screen,
Yeah, right.
above where it says info?
I don't have anything there, but let me go over here.
You absolutely have something there. That never goes away. Ever.
I see info. That's all I see.
Okay, he might not have a name on his ship.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if that
Scanning
defaulted
now.
to if it just said Anaconda or
Compiling
whatever.
data.
If you didn't have a name.
Updating cartography.
No, it doesn't.
If you go to
Okay.
your right panel in your info, it does.
So who here remembers when you couldn't name your ships? This guy.
Yeah.
Well, I bought Elite when it first came out, but I didn't play it for very long. Like I played it for half an hour or so, and I was like, I like this, but I have other things to play. And then
There's my dolphin.
There you go.
You gonna go wax it?
I'm flogging a dolphin.
It's a family show. It's a motherfucking family show.
Sure,
Scanner
if you got
mode.
teenagers in the house. I mean,
Affirmative.
So I have a question. Which one of those ladies in the background is your wife? The blonde or the brunette?
The pink hair.
Oh, she's just far enough away. It looks like
It looks blonde, yeah.
Oh, it's blonde. Oh, so the taller one. Because I was concerned due to the fact that you're 6'6" about your wife being that much shorter than you.
She's still that much shorter than me.
oh yeah. It's all right. He just picks her up when he wants to kiss her.
Correct.
No big deal.
Correct. Toss her
Yeah,
around a little
my
bit.
sister we're talking about here. Right, and so Urza knows what I'm talking about here, right? Not only is that my sister, that is my baby sister.
Yep. Wait, why does Urza know what you're talking about here?
I have no idea what he's referencing, except I do have 2 youngers, so maybe.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't think Knack has any younger sisters, at least not one that's got is much of an age gap as Chrissy and I.
I have one sister, and she is 3 years younger than me.
My oldest, the middle child in our family, I was 14 when she was born.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a pretty big gap. It was 6 years later that my youngest sister was born. No, not that long. Hold on. Taylor is. No, I was 8 when Lila was born, and Taylor was born when I was 14. That's what I did. I don't talk to them. They're weird.
I was like, I think Commander Taylor is isn't that much younger than you.
Actually, I'm older than him.
Are you? I was 79.
Yeah, 78.
Oh, you got me by a year.
Yep.
Yeah, my wife and he are 1 day apart.
Aw.
And
You
they
guys
probably can't stand each other.
Nah, Hillary's alright. I like Hillary. She probably don't like me.
do you think that could have something to do with the bear fucking?
Yeah. Hold on. You did it. You did this to yourself. I want you to understand.
Oh shit, here it comes.
So the conversation happened because we were taming bears on Ark, and
Gathering information.
something came up about blah 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 fucking a bear, and I said if you could fuck a bear, I don't think anybody would freaking blame you or like shame you for it, because you're a freaking bad son of a bitch if you manage to fuck a bear.
Yeah, the takeaway from the conversation being he believes that anyone who could fuck a bear would be a bad son of a bitch, and so that I turned that into this guy said he'd fuck a bear, he's not one of us.
Like, I would fuck a bear if I could do it and not get hurt.
Could be fun, right?
Like, just to be clear, I believe that Nakona
Oh,
Scanner
no.
mode.
can pull it off.
No.
Oh, I'm not going to say it's a family show because
Nope, that went straight down the drain there.
yeah.
Well, it might be my family, but
Son?
I'm just saying, people watch Yamix for this reason. Where is everybody?
they watch videos. They don't watch it straight.
when Yamix does it, it's cool, but when I do it, I'm a fucking asshole.
Maybe it's because you don't have a cool accent.
I guess.
I don't think Yamix ever shows his face. That might be what.
That might be it. That might be it. Maybe I should hide my face. I'll get one of those masks. What are they?
Little did you know the whole bear conversation was because I'm attracted to you.
Did you hear that? Here's what he said about you, Nakona?
Well, I'm paying terribly much attention at the moment. I'm trying to remember how to do this.
That's what she said?
Still struggling with the controls.
No, I'm just going through here.
His joystick. He's struggling with his joystick. No, Nakona's more Sasquatch, Gigantopithecus.
Oh, if I had a nickel for every time I've been called that in my life. Scanner mode. Is my pupper back there?
No, he's not. In front.
No, yeah, he is. He's snipped back near the back door.
Oh, I see him laying down back there. I thought that was a futon.
Close. Close. Here's a Here, I'm going to give a demonstration here. I'll be right back.
Like, my wife's 4'9". I'm pretty sure she could lay on top of your dog and not fall off. And so, like,
Ooh, you have a tiny one.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, she's short.
I really wish I knew where that picture was of her and I in that room in your old house.
Oh yeah. So in my old house,
The house you lived in 2 houses ago.
yeah. Well, they had a garage that they had converted into a bedroom. But what they did was the garage was sitting at ground level originally. And
You guys watching his camera?
yeah, that's freaking ridiculous. that is just crazy. That dog's as big as your girl, man. That's well, let him get his headphones back on.
He's a bigger boy.
That dog's as big as your fiance.
Yep.
Man. That's ridiculous.
He's awesome.
Real talk.
So is she, by the way. I mean,
Yep, she is awesome as well.
So anyway, I was telling this story about my wife being 4'9", and Nakona shows up over at my house, and we had just got this place, and they had changed one of the garage into another bedroom. The original garage was slightly lower than the rest of the house, though, and the floor of that garage had been at ground level. So that what they did was they raised the floor up to match the rest of the house, but not the ceiling.
Oh boy.
So you can imagine, this is like a pier and beam house, right? Like my head was like half an inch from touching the ceiling in there.
Oh boy.
I'm 5'11", and Dave, what are you, 6'4", right?
Yeah.
So he's got another 5 inches. My wife loves this room because it's freaking her size. And we've got a picture of her her and David standing in this freaking room together. And he's like, he wasn't crouched down, but he had to tilt his head.
Yep.
we need to see that.
This number right here. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm familiar with it. If you couldn't tell, 6'6" here.
I don't know. I think it's on her phone actually. I don't think
I've
have
got it
on
somewhere.
mine.
I just don't remember where.
Let me look at my gallery here.
That's the story of my life. Anytime anybody has a fan or something, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, so I made the mistake one time of we were in the bedroom having family-friendly activities.
Yep.
And,
Playing Stardew Valley. Playing Animal Crossing.
We were definitely playing Animal
Doing some
Crossing.
With a bear.
Well, it's family-related activities. It's planning the expansion.
Yes. Well, so and I let's say I was up on the bed with and I tried to stand up straight, not thinking about what I was doing, and ended up partially in the attic. It was a funny thing.
Which reminds me, I finally started Animal Crossing last night, and my island's name is Arrakis.
Spice must flow.
We'll work on designing that later.
Nice. now at least you get the reference, right?
Yes. Now at least I get the reference. Too fast for probe deployment. Story of my life.
So now what you need to do is you need to go and read the rest of the books.
Yeah, now I do need to read the rest of the books. I need to read the books. More like because I haven't read Dune yet.
So they've done Dune multiple times, right? And they're working on a third time now, and I don't have a problem with that. But Children of Dune and Dune Messiah were interesting, but God Emperor was where stuff got real interesting.
Okay.
Weird is the word you're looking for.
Well, right, because then you're seeing the fallout from the Atreides jihad.
Like that,
right.
that whole movie, or I mean not movie, book series, like it starts off with like, hey, Paul's the good guy, but is he though?
But is he though?
He's really not, and Leto the Second is the one that ends up taking up his mantle because he could do what Paul couldn't, right? Which was put humanity on the golden path.
The golden path. I've seen that movie too somewhere. I think it was on something hub.
No. You're talking about the golden child. That's something different.
Yeah.
That wasn't on Pornhub.
Hi. The knife.
What's that?
I want the knife, please.
Hello,
So
puppy.
I just scrolled through my photos. I apparently do not.
I'll see if I can't find it. It's just somewhere. That was like 2 or 3 phones ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Speaking of photos, I posted an update in FE Web and WizChat for you.
Oh,
Commander V Bunks.
there's an update.
Guilds and Geeks. Yeah, it looks nice.
Oh yeah, that's looking awesome. Oh man.
Hey, Robert, how's that HOTAS working for you?
The thing that I haven't used because I've been fighting and taming dinosaurs.
Is that what you're playing right now?
Yeah,
No,
he's not even in Elite Dangerous. He doesn't love us anymore.
I do love you guys. I totally do. Don't put your dire wolf on me.
Oh, he's the kindest, gentlest, most
Hellhound ever.
when we walk him. One time we were out walking him, and this lady pulled up next to us, which actually happens a lot because people will like stop and be like, "Your dog is gorgeous," and we're like, "Thanks." And this lady pulls up next to us, and we're walking him.
That
And
used to happen to us with Rachel.
I'll be honest with you guys. We should probably quit talking about Atlas because somebody might find him. It's Cujo in the witness protection plan.
So this lady pulls up next to us, and she's like, "Is that a wolf?" And we're like, "No, it's a German Shepherd." And she's like, "That looks like a dang wolf." So ever since then, we've called him Dank Wolf. And if he ever starts like a vaporwave band or something, we're gonna call it Dank Wolf.
What the hell's wrong with my stuff here? Shit.
Nothing a little bush
She
hell
asks that
won't
on a
fix.
regular basis.
It's like,
I'm out.
I'm out. Oh man. But just to kind of.
Whoop.
I remember I had a joke about the daggum size of the dog again, and I loved it.
Say he's totally the wrong color to be a wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had a joke, but it was just too big for you to tell.
Yep, that's it. That's too big for me.
Next system en route.
That's what you should say anytime you want the conversation to change. Just, next system in route.
I'll just have a button for it. Like, next.
So back to the Bears.
Next.
Oh man.
Hyperspace.
Here we
Checking
go.
systems now. Complete.
What?
What? Okay, just a second. Let me get where I'm going. Holy crap!
Which one was that?
That was Elena.
Scan. Stand by.
Snuck up behind you with that VR headset on.
Photography is done.
Goose!
I don't own one.
Elena's sneaky anyway, man. She don't need the VR headset. she trained with the faceless men, and you're
I
dying.
only have headphones on because every 5 minutes is like, Daddy.
And then, R2!
Oh wait.
Fusroda!
Your wife's nose is Dragonborn.
Now the real trick, the real trick is having
Did
kids.
you say my wife's nose is a dragonborn?
We're going to have to ask you not to do that in public. Stop all that shouting. Whoa! I can't do the accent, so I end up just applying everything to it.
Commander Taylor used to be an adventurer like us, and then he took a sneeze to the head.
Galaxy map.
Next system in scanner mode.
Aye,
She's sitting right next to me, but she can't hear you guys, so I'm gonna end up telling her about all this later.
So actually, one night we were doing family-friendly stuff, and then Fusroda!
Robert, all it would take with Jess is just a foos.
Yeah, it actually is. Foos!
Oh my goodness.
Foos!
It's been so long since I've played the game. That's how it works, isn't it? Don't you get like the words in sequence as you play?
Yes.
Yep, that is how it works.
You get foos, whoa, and then foos rolled off.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man, like I need this to happen. Commander Taylor, on your stream, I need you to make an audio clip that you play anytime your wife sneezes, and it needs to be the Dragonborn theme song.
Doing it.
Somebody make a note of that, because I'm gonna complain.
Yeah, I marked it.
Alright, I'm gonna have to dip out for a minute. As soon as I get to my destination, I'm gonna go get something to eat.
All right, Nick. It's gonna
I will return.
make sure if you're stopping at Colonia for that, you get some of those chicken wings.
All those wings, yo.
Yep. And I heard now he's got like buffalo poppers that are pretty good as well. Scanner mode.
Started finding really were growing jalapenos out there last time I heard.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They have those jalapeno poppers now that are also really good. I'm gonna have to start like creating these dishes like with a special like Colonia dip. I could do it. We'll do like ranch and like I don't know. Like start with ranch as a base, put some like. Let's see what's good with some buffalo.
For Colonia dip, right? You gotta start with California dip as a base.
Ooh, California dip as a base. All right. Yeah, I don't really know what would go with the buffalo. Well, no, this is jalapeno poppers. This is away from buffalo stuff. That's so overdone, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just me. Buffalo wings and all that. Nothing. Okay, yeah, nothing. Okay, I wanna see where we are on the galaxy map, though. Let's take a look. Are we like traveling around the? Oh, we're back.
Go ahead, man.
We're back in the previous sector. Look at that.
Yeah, I got one more icy body signal to find here. Or no, it's a high metal signal. Wow, the orbits in this system are weird. Let me take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hit that Orrery map.
I'm voting per Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah, look at that.
Hey, Mecha Gorilla, welcome to the show, my friend. What's going on?
Oh, come on, where is it?
System map.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, dude, seriously. We are gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you in? Are you in right now? He says I finally got elite.
Why is this planet bookmarked?
You have a what? You have a random bookmark?
He found it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be
So
awesome.
weird.
Oh, right. I hope you have less less controller problems than Nakona has been having this today.
I'm not having a problem, just trying to remember how to operate it.
But still a problem.
Damn, that was a fast dinner. Holy crap.
No, I haven't gone anywhere yet. I'm still trying to...
Let me get it to work.
Oh, let's see here. Sophus A5 is where I'm going.
Yeah, I had the same problem with this. Yeah, I find it works best when I disable the controller altogether, but I haven't even tried it with Steam Link. Scanner mode.
As you wish.
Go.
I found it, by the way. It took me a minute, but I found it. Are you prepared?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait. You found the picture?
No, not the picture.
I'll look through my phone here in a minute and see if I can't find that too.
It's better. Hold on. I don't know how this is going to come through my mic. It may be too loud. If it is, I will immediately pause it. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it didn't come through very well. We can implement it in the stream though.
Like this needs to be done. Bethesda gonna sue somebody, but you should do it anyway.
Yeah, no, I haven't even tested it with Steam Link. I really need to kind of jump in there and see if I can get that running. It would be pretty cool. Okay, that's the entire system. Let's see if we got any terraformables out here. Or anything cool for that matter. Oh, we do have a terraformable. Bam, right there. We have two... I got 2 terraformables.
So, I think you guys said this. Y'all are making a loop around to Beagle Point, right? That's where you're going to end up?
Yeah, that's correct.
I didn't know if you were going to try and come back for the fleet carriers or not.
Well, we will get there when we get there, and not a moment sooner. I believe was Commander Taylor's exact words. Yeah, I love my Steam Link, though. I really love my Steam controller. I've been testing it with a multitude of different games. But yeah, there is a lot of setup involved, so it kind of does require the will to actually just kind of sit down and hash out, how do I want this controller to work with this particular game each time, if you can't find a good computer or a good community one. You can use Plex on Steam Link? That's kind of cool.
What? Plex will go on anything.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I got Plex on my electronic cigarette. Well, let me look. Real talk, I got a TI-83 calculator with it on there. Hold on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, games I don't have a problem getting to work with that. Did you just did you assign it as a Steam game and then you just run it from there, or? It'll run on your car radio. It'll run on your toaster. It'll run on your toilet seat.
I've got 2 apps on my freaking car stereo. It's Plex and Skyrim.
and that's just for the death metal sneezes.
Yeah. I just turn it up whenever, instead of honking my horn, just push it down.
This could get ugly.
Come on.
Oh, no, you don't.
That took some paint off.
Yeah, definitely. Look how close I am.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're cool. Let's see if I can... I need to move away from this thing real quick.
A little bit of space might be required.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's...
All right.
Nope.
I'm gonna bounce out, guys. I'm leaving your stream up. I'm gonna bounce out though. Go get me some more dinosaurs.
Oh, 7 Urza.
Y'all take it easy.
All right, I've arrived at my destination. I am going to go get something to eat. I will be back in a bit, guys.
07, Nakona. Do a barrel roll. Oh wait, no, I can't do a barrel. I'm in Super Cruise. I can't do a barrel roll. Okay, here we go. So this is a new procedure for surface mapping. Hopefully I don't collide with this thing while I'm trying to do it. I don't think I will, but can never be too careful. Colors! The colors of the beer. $67. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Got it! Awesome efficiency target bonus. Let's hit up that next world. What do we have? Terraforming candidate. And this is what, a high metal content? High metal content. Moving off. Yeah, I have not played with anything but a HOTAS on this one. I kind of wonder what it would be like with a Steam controller, though. Man, like, everybody's AFK right now.
Sorry about that. I had to go get some food myself.
Yeah, that'll be it'll be time for me a little bit later. Is the clock for Elite Dangerous still back? Still an hour?
No, so they've already had their time change. So now we're gonna be going till 0300 game time.
Let me. Can I do that from here? Do I have to go? Do I have to go out of the menu to invite you as a friend? I might have to. Let me see. What's your commander name? Can I do that from here? Oh yeah, okay, I can search. This might be a filter. Send your commander name through so I can add you. Please send your commander name. Oh, I am definitely in this planet's gravity well. Or, on the other hand, if you send me an invite, but either way, either send me yours or I'll send you mine.
Either way, names need to be exchanged.
Yeah. And get you in the wing, at least. Oh, yeah, no problem.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't remember when they actually have you set that up. But the tutorials are good, at least. They do a good job with that.
So, before the tutorial, like, you set up all your name and stuff and everything, but you don't become an actual commander until right after the end of the tutorial.
Ah, okay, okay. Then they just set you out in the universe, pat you on the back. Good luck, son.
I think that's what I remember.
You remember what? You cut out. Psychon? Whoop. And there's another loop of shame. That's going on the bingo card. VG does a loop of shame.
It needs to be on the bingo card for sure.
Yep. I need to write that bingo card. What do you think? Python? Yeah? And then put it as like a Twitch extension? Bingo our own personal bingo card. That'd be a cool bingo. That'd actually be a cool Twitch extension. Oh crap. That's kind of cool. It's almost like a poll, but like, oh, that's so rad. Okay, and it would just randomize. It would give you a different sequence. But then how would you... Okay, so you'd have to handle like making sure every user has or every viewer has a unique bingo card.
Mm-hmm. So hey, yo, throw me a wing invite, would you?
Throwing you a wing invite.
Had a crash.
So we're gonna have another friend joining us here in just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because I noticed we lost Commander Urza.
Yep. I don't know if it's Commander Mecha Gorilla, but
oh, there it is.
There it is. Whose throat? Right on time. Burp. No. Burp. Here we go. Got 30 on that first one. Yeah, we're gonna nail this. Yeah.
Oh, it's Star Fox? Nice.
Yeah, Star Fox 64. Requested by yours truly. Does it actually show that in the stream? Does it show who requested it?
Nope.
I want to see. Yes, it does. Up at the top right. It says requested by VG Punks.
Oh, well, yeah, it does. I
Yeah.
never even noticed that. That's cool.
That's awesome. It's like my name's out there. All right. Next system en route.
Selecting next destination.
Heard and
Wait,
word.
wasn't the whole point of all that punk rock to get the fame and fortune?
No, just a means of self-expression. I think if it was like if the goal was fame and fortune, like I think we would have went on tour like right out the gate. Like as soon as we had a slew of songs, we would have immediately departed. But we didn't. We kind of sought out just making a connection with our scene, and we made it kind of the goal to just start packing the venues that we did do. And I think that kind of fell flat because we had a lot of venues that wound up either shutting down or they like, you know, we don't play punk rock anymore. And it's unfortunate, but that is the state of things.
Scanning for information.
But yeah, I never really thought about it as like, oh yeah, we're gonna start this, get a major label, and get rich, you know. In fact, when Dark Horse Records reached out to us, we declined them. we declined them because we wanted creative control, and they didn't want us to have creative control, which a lot of labels don't. So we wound up backing out of those kind of contracts. Scanner mode.
Complying.
But that is what punk rock do. But yeah, I wasn't like
System map.
that's kind of what it was about for the band, was just having that creative freedom, being and being kind of an outlet for this self-expression, which is really neat. We had such a unique.
This is unusual.
Oh, go ahead.
Got a bunch of moons around a gas giant here, and none of them are landable. They all have atmospheres.
Oh wow. Any terraformable?
No, none of the moons are. Which is unfortunate. I got one terraformable planet here.
This is a really cool song. Makes me want to fly around and shoot shit. Go into a conflict zone and just blow stuff up.
Galaxy map. Gotta replot my course.
Watching that comms panel in case he sends a friend request, because I know I'm like really bad about not hearing it. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, there it is. There we go. High metal content world. Nice little ringed high metal content world. Okay. There were no more around there? Oh yeah, there are. Okay. Rocky body. There we go. What is this? Sonic CD? Ooh, what are we voting for next? I'm seeing
I
some...
voted for the Castlevania.
Yeah, I'm seeing Harmony of Dissonance on the list there. Anything terraformable? We got some that are refining scan. We do have a... Oh, wow, that ringed high metal content is terraformable.
Nice.
Yeah, right? No, that's not very often you find a ringed terraformable.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 166.15 atmospheres on that? Jeez. A little bit of pressure there. No
So
pressure.
What they would have to do for terraforming, right, is, you know, decrease the atmospheric pressure, thin everything out.
Is that something they can do?
Sure.
Was that possible? What would you do? Like,
You see the atmosphere with the kind of bacteria that will pull the CO2 out of the atmosphere and lock it up in limestone.
ooh, okay.
You know, do the same thing. You see the once it comes down far enough, you seed it with you know, carboniferous plants like trees,
No, okay.
right? Because the trees will pull more carbon out of the atmosphere and lock it up in you know, in cellulose.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's so cool. Just waiting for one of these scans to refine real quick, because I also want to know if there's biological surface signals. I'm trying to check every time I see refining scan. I just want to wait for that scan to finish and then check if there is any biological surface signals to go check out on the surface. So, I don't know about y'all, but those geological signals are everywhere. You'll find those everywhere, but the biological signals, that's something we got to go check out.
Right?
Right? We are still refining this scan. I think I'll have a little bit more of my arrogant bastard.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Okay, I like this one. This is a cool track. That's good, man. It's got a beat.
Yeah, it does.
Ah, geological. Come on, man. Ah. Why can't we have any biological signals? Okay, that's okay. We got the one terraformable. I'll go with that. Hey, Mecha Gorilla, how's
let's see.
how's that tutorial coming along? He's in the middle of the tutorial right now. All right, we got 1,200 light seconds. Actually, I want to see how. Has anybody passed me yet on the way to this waypoint?
No, I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm
You're
actually
both a little bit ahead of me.
I'm actually in the lead for once. That's
And
cute.
I'm noticing a distinct lack of nebula and other interesting features out this way.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, we were by a sector called the Void. I imagine that has that kind of name for a reason.
Damn you, Psychon, and making sense and shit.
Oh, hey, Commander Punks.
Go ahead.
So that thing that I showed you, it will be ready for tomorrow.
Ooh. Wow. That I don't know how much you want to reveal here on the stream, but that's fast.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow, but yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's just something that is going to be pretty cool.
Yep. He's doing a thing for the D&D stream, which is going to be really fun. Really super excited.
By the way, if you people are interested in checking it out, we'll be taking place tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central Time, on the Twitch channel for VG Punks here.
Yep, very true, very true. It's a good time. It's a really good time. Lots of people doing nerdy things.
Lots of people playing Animal Crossing too, apparently, on Twitch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wish I had an Elgato for that reason, or like another type of capture card. I want an Elgato capture card. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay, and where's the center of that? There we go. Where's the ring? Brr!
Yeah, I know, right?
What? It doesn't tell me when I'm hitting the ring now. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, but this is 2 rings though. Yeah, this is 2 rings. Okay.
I gotta say, I dig this song.
Yeah, I do too. Huh. Okay, maybe if I move closer to the ring or something? That's so weird. Wait, no, it's this one.
What kind?
I mean, it looks like it's gonna hit. That's gonna work, right?
I'm trying to plot a course.
Yeah, there
here.
it goes. Okay, we got it.
Oh, failed.
We got it. Discovered 1 new astronomical object. What? Scanner mode.
Affirmative.
No? No? Okay, I guess it was talking about the... That's weird. Monazite hotspot? What is that? What is monazite? Next system en route.
Selecting next
Boy,
destination.
things are thin out here.
Engage jump drive.
Jumping.
Bring me beer, Vega. No. There we go.
Adjusting for jump.
How long was are the new
Hyperspace.
tutorials? Has
Checking
anyone
systems now.
stepped through them?
Scanning.
Commander Psychon, are you playing the stream in the background? I think that's where we're hearing our voices echo from.
I get that notion as well, or I get that feeling as well.
'Cause I heard Vega come through his microphone.
What's up with that? Introduce yourself.
I am Vega. I am an artificial intelligence, a construct, designed to reside
Yeah,
inside
no, I
the
don't know what's going on with that, because I
I have
not
also
only did
been
I have it
with
physically muted
in
on my
other
side, but
devices,
like I shut
an
off the
antique
stream
global
like a while
positioning
ago.
System in Earth's solar system.
Huh.
A Raspberry Pi, which is an ancient miniature computer, still running in fact. A
Still
beverage
running, in
machine,
fact.
and a child's grammar and speech correction unit called
Spell and Speak Me,
as well as countless other devices.
Curious. I wish he would still do that line. The Spell and Speak Me denotes a grammatical... I missed that. Scanner mode.
Okay, Commander.
Still here in the Kasu sector. Would you call it the Kasu sector?
Sure.
Ooh, what is this?
So I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to try and cross over to the other arm, and we're going to have to probably do FSD boosts to do it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you not able to plot? Because I was able to plot.
Not so far.
Oh, wow. I'm plotted straight there. Oh, this is that one really cool song. Real vague, I know. Okay. Whoops. Wrong map. There we go. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There's nothing out there, Bob. Nothing piled upon fucking nothing. It looks like Jesus fucking Christ took a shit and it landed right here. Family show. Somebody's cooking something in the background. I can smell it.
Scanning for anomalies.
How's it going for you fellas?
Completing system scan. Stand by. Gathering information. Cartography has now been updated.
No? Well, Bob fell off. Okay. Ugh. Okay, I should sit up straight. Scanner mode.
That's affirmative, Commander.
No. Hello, Atlas. All right.
Right.
That's a good question. When does the new beta come out? And welcome to the show.
So my understanding is the beta starts this next week.
Question mark?
Hang
Is
on.
that
I believe so. Let me double check.
incoming data?
Beta will go live April 7th.
April 7th. Okay. So we got 3 days.
And then my guess is it'll be about possibly even like 4 to 5 weeks of beta's work. Maybe a little bit more, but my understanding is that fleet carriers will go live in June.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens there. Oh, sounds like we got a knack incoming. Welcome back, Mr. Knack.
Hello. Center view. What?
It's more
Reset
dark
view. Might help if I get the window focus.
Hey,
Yeah.
this song doesn't need lyrics.
But her voice doesn't sound bad.
Interview.
It's not bad, but
the
doesn't
mix-
need lyrics.
The mix is good, but I agree, I have
There
to
we go.
agree. Yeah, new beta comes out then. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the fleet carrier content. I know that a lot of people are having some problems with it right now, but I'm excited to see it. I particularly the guy in the Reddit post that I mentioned. He talked about these, like, you know, these different and separate game loops that Frontier kind of has involved in Elite Dangerous, and I kind of wanted to discuss that a little bit, but I want to wait until Commander Taylor comes back. Hopefully he's okay.
Scanning.
What do you have to go do?
I don't know. He just kind of vanished all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's having disconnection issues again.
Okay.
Poopy.
Must be the people in Alaska finally discovered more internet, and so now they're taking up his bandwidth.
You have no idea. He has all sorts of fun up there. Trying to stream off of my server and whatnot, video calls between he and I. It's not fun.
Oh. I'll bet it's not. I'm gonna go ahead and actually vote up Animal Crossing this time because I'm in a mood. I know, Final
And
Fantasy
because it's
V.
popular.
Yeah, because it's doing really well. Which is good. Scanner mode.
Right away, Commander.
Nope, nothing here. Okay, let's move on.
I know Robert and Bob are both very aware of what I've been up to the last couple of weeks. I didn't know if anyone else knew what my project had been here.
I heard you had like a room project or something.
Yeah, room remodeling. We pretty much finished it up. What was that, Wednesday, honey? And
Hull integrity is within limits. All other
yeah, we've been working our asses off trying to get her done.
Scanning.
Yeah.
And I'm really digging my my new setup down here.
Oh yeah. Did you remodel it for the VR?
No, hold on. Say what, hun? Yeah. No, my system is in a corner in this room, and I've got plenty of floor space now to play my VR system.
Oh, cool.
So, like I said, upstairs where I was set up, about the only thing I really could do was play
Acknowledged, Commander.
Elite Dangerous. But now, if I want to fire up whatever, I got the floor space for it down here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have a setup like that, man. Eventually.
Yeah, Tuesday or so, I went and bought a 70-inch 4K TV and put in here.
Ooh.
I've got it tied to this PC as well, so I was playing The Outer Worlds last night on it.
Nice.
I was screwing around today playing a little bit of Fallout 4.
This is a game I haven't touched in a while.
That was a good one.
Been mostly playing Ark and Animal Crossing, and then this, you know, and D&D. Spent a lot of time on D&D. But yeah, Psychon could tell you more about that.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that was a ringed water world? That's a ringed water world. Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice. Happy day.
Is a ringed water world relatively uncommon?
Oh yeah, those are pretty uncommon. Don't know if it actually gives you more credits for that, but they're just uncommon.
Probably not. They're just really cool to look at. Usually they're also bigger too.
Oh hey Jarminx, welcome to the show. And we're just doing our usual exploratory bit. Making our
had our little chat about fleet carriers and whatnot earlier.
Which we're still intent on going back into detail on once Bob gets back, or once Commander Taylor gets back.
Oh, Commander Taylor's here.
Commander Taylor is back. So earlier in the week, and are you cool? Did you guys have to like fight off a bunch of zombies and stuff?
Yeah, you know how it goes. Stick
Yep.
a dog on him. It's all
Yep.
good.
Toilet paper, hand soap, gray. It's a vegetarian zombie.
Ooh, Waterworld? Let's see.
Actually, that was a little cat. We only have the one dog. You called him the ginormous black dog. It's funny because I was having a talk with Chrissy the other day, with my fiance who's in the background here, and and I was talking about it's funny when he goes by and like somebody's like, "Wow, it's a huge, that's a huge dog," and like to me, I'm 6'6", so he's like a little tiny thing. No, not a hairless cat. It's we have a tortie, and then we have let's see, he has a lynx point Siamese, right? Crystal, is he a lynx point Siamese? Yeah, he's a lynx point Siamese. Scanner mode.
Understood.
Yep, that was it. Okay, so I'm just going to this water world here. So I wanted to discuss. So that there was this Reddit article that I posted earlier in the week, and you guys probably saw it. I'm not sure if you read through it or not. It doesn't really matter. But he kind of talked on this idea of these game loops that are occurring in Elite Dangerous, and he says that he says that there are these individual game loops that happen in Elite Dangerous, which kind of makes it unique, right? These, so you do the bounty hunting thing. There's a game loop for that. You do mining. There's a game loop for that. And then when he went to talk about the fleet carriers becoming involved, he mentioned these being their own separate game loop. Nope. I know what you're talking about. I look at you see the platinum in my beard? I watch Lady and the Tramp. But yeah, so he mentioned these separate game loops, and he mentions that that the fleet carriers are going to be involved in this separate game loop, and I don't think that's entirely the case, because of the whole situation where we have to mine to create the fuel for it. We have to do all of these other loops to fund essentially the ship. I did agree with his point though about like what incentive do people have to sell at your fleet carrier other than just to keep the fleet carrier operational, or purchase commodities from your fleet carrier, as it were. I guess that also kind of begs the question, like, how do the fleet carriers kind of fit into that commodity economy? Like what is, like, how does that piece of the puzzle work exactly? How could it work?
Yeah, I have no idea.
We were talking a little bit. We kind of touched on one of the questions that's been kind of on the forefront of my mind. Is like, if you're in the deep black, how do you make back the money for each week's, like, without having to like make the money while you're in the bubble and then bring it with you as you come out here, right?
Yeah, and it could be that's what Frontier intends, right? Is that if you're going to do a long-term expedition using one of these mega ships, then you should fund it ahead of time.
Yeah, fund it ahead of time. So that seems to be the only response we have right now on that. Which, like, man, you'd have to be real precise about it, Like, how long are we going to be out in the deep black? When is it going to be an emergency situation that we need to return to the bubble?
Right.
So that kind of gives an interesting set of problems for explorers to solve. But at the same time, it kind of kind of sucks. Like, I wonder what happens to your
So-
ships if you do lose the fleet carrier and all your ships are on it.
Sure, okay. It's an interesting problem for explorers to solve, but is it a problem that explorers should have to solve?
Yeah, that's a good
I
question
mean,
as well.
is it a fun problem to solve? I don't really think it is.
No, that's here we're getting into a negative feedback loop, right? Where the longer you have this thing, the more you're going to have to pay for it, and if you're out in the black, there's not really a way to make that money back. You have this negative feedback loop going on.
Right. So it just turns into a constant drain, right?
Right, where every other system in Elite Dangerous is the reverse of that. It's a positive feedback loop. You have this, everything else is about putting more credits in your account or building up rep, where, you know, we have these positive loops.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss? Oh, no, I didn't miss. There we go. Perfect. Nice. So you got that water world with the rings. It wasn't terraformable, but hey. Wait, what is that? It looks blue. Oh, that's that gas giant. Okay. So he says, so that carrier, I didn't like the 10 million upkeep per week, but if I can set up an economy type thing on it, it might pay itself depending on how the mechanics actually work. Yeah, that's kind of what we're on about. Like so they said that what was it? You can sell and buy commodities, but if you're selling commodities on your ship, you're not making any money. You're losing money, right? Or no, it's the reverse of that. If people are selling commodities to your ship, then you're losing money, right? From that pool. It's really strange. It's really strange how they have this set up. But then you have like this idea of like tariffs and stuff you can throw down. So I don't know. But like, what's the incentive? What incentive do I have to sell at the fleet carrier or buy at the fleet carrier as opposed to like buying elsewhere?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Right. So I guess maybe we'll have to wait to see what implementation looks like there. But like without having like NPC trading and all of that happening, like I just don't see that being a very viable way of making money. I don't know, but it's like you said. Frontier is want to listen to this kind of stuff. They want to listen to this kind of stuff, and they do make changes.
Heavy breathing, courtesy of Commander Nakona.
Yep.
Well, that's normally not a problem. Hold on a second. Where the hell is the microphone located on this thing? It must be on the bottom.
Next system and route.
Yep, it's located on the bottom side of the goggles, right here, next to my mouth.
And player to player. So he says, I do believe NPCs can trade. That's what I thought I saw in the screenshot on the vid. Of course, first time player to player trading too. But NPCs should be able to do the same at your carrier. And if they decide not to do that, well, then there's a legit no point at all to get a carrier. They have to have something for it, you know. And if it doesn't exist right now, that doesn't mean that it won't exist. You know, like I said, they are very wont to listen to, listen to consumer feedback, listen to player feedback, and make changes at that point. So, I think as long as we're
Mug is an example of that.
Yep, I think as long as we're vocal on those channels on the forum and whatnot, I think we have a good shot at making this a really good feature. Next system and route.
Hello, Ammonia World and Water World.
Oh, nice.
What we got here? Terraformable, Ammonia World.
See, to me, those core the core idea of having this ship that you can park all your ships on, you know, and make these 500 light year jumps does make it pretty cool for exploration, because you can make that long jump and then spend a while gathering up materials for the next one. You know, just make a few jumps in your mining rig that you have on board. Go mine up the stuff and bring it back, you know, while you're waiting on that next jump to charge. I think that is a pretty cool idea. But yeah, the weekly payouts and like the having to worry about upkeep and then like not really having a way to generate that upkeep while you're out in the deep black, that seems broken. It does.
Scanning for information.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. But I mean, for, you know, if you're doing kind of general exploring and not really like point A to point B kind of thing, being able to make a 500 light year jump range and then kind of pulling out like a smaller ship like an Explorer or something and just kind of jumping system to system around that while you're waiting for the next charge, that doesn't seem too bad to me. You can get a lot done in a, I think it was it actually a 1 hour? It's
a 1 hour charge up for the jump and an hour cooldown. So it's 2 hours.
So it's 2 hours. Okay, I see what you mean.
You know, I mean, in a well-equipped Explorer vessel, you can make 1,000 light years an hour easily.
Yeah, he was saying he can do 10,000 in 2 if he's really gunning it. But yeah, that's true. A lot, like most people do, kind of explore in a straight line. So yeah, I mean, there definitely are some problems with the system, and there definitely are some... I mean, but when have we not seen a newly introduced system like that with just a bunch of stuff, you know, a bunch of baggage at the beginning, and they kind of hammer a little bit of it out as we go. Like we had the one notable problem was the beginning of the well, specifically the railgun Guardian fighter was a huge problem in the beginning, and they fixed it. They went in, they listened to our feedback, and they went in and fixed it. And I'm hoping that we see more of the same out of Frontier once these fleet carriers get fully released, or even in beta. Who knows? Who knows? We're in that analysis phase at this moment. I feel like they want to see what happens with the game when they implement it.
Well, right. So they'll gather information during beta, right? And then there's a sprint between beta and release, and so they make a bunch of tweaks during that sprint.
Yep. Just like we're doing with this very channel.
That's right.
Scanner mode.
Okay.
Did that say cis-tees? Is that... Hold on. Let me get the system scan and then we'll go look at that. The electric fleet. Okay,
we seem to have lost Commander Nakona.
No, I'm still here.
Out of our wing.
Oh. Well, how the hell did that happen?
Did you leave the game and come back?
Nope.
Huh. It does say cis-tees.
He's 50,000 light years away from us.
This next system is called cis-tees.
Nice.
Huh. Says, I mean, before I had a Guardian booster, I did Beagle Point to home near Seoul in just over 12 hours. That's 5,000 light years per hour. Although jumping to a new system, then having a reason to mine along the way might still bring a different experience. Yeah, the experience is kind of one of the things I'm looking forward to, is kind of having that idea of like this. Oh, go ahead.
See, I like mining, right? And something to kind of break up the monotony of exploration, you know, wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, at that point, is 500 light years per jump? Is that per 2 hours? Is that unacceptable? I mean, I feel like maybe it should be more, you know, but...
Well, I think that, you know, these things should be able to jump at least to Kylie in one jump.
Okay. So 1,000 light years per jump.
Right? I mean, that's kind of the standard unit of measurement here, right?
Yeah.
You know, and when you're talking about, you know, explorers being able to run 5,000 light years an hour, I mean, that's way beyond what I can do, but, you know, definitely doesn't rule out the obsessive among us, right?
Yep,
Gathering
that's true.
Cartography has now
That's
been
true. So you need to kind of take a look at that entire, like, chart, I guess, and you need to kind of grab that middle point, I feel like.
Yeah, and I don't think 500 light years is the middle point.
No, not at all.
I think they aimed low at that.
Yeah, because and I'm sure at that point there's kind of there's that idea of like, let's not. What's going on? Wait, hold on. What are you asking, Psycon? You need me to unmute you, or you're muting because of something? Oh, okay. He muted himself. Yeah, I think they did aim a little low on that.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe they were kind of afraid of.
Well, no. So I was trying to say is, don't forget the fact that we had our first megaship experiences with the Cannon's megaship, and the maximum jump range it has is 500 light years. So
Okay.
these fleet carriers, I mean, these are megaships.
Yeah, okay, so that's a good point though, because this is not just doing 500 light years in a single ship. This is doing 500 light years with maybe all of the ships you own. Yeah, so the upkeep along the way is its own issue.
Point. I mean, probably wouldn't be. I definitely wouldn't mind having my my cutter out here with me, right?
Right? So he says, but then again, if there's no way to maintain upkeep along the way, then exploring in a carrier wouldn't really make sense. There are some explorers that spend months exploring, so let's say it's a 6-month trip, like it is in our case, right? That's 240 million credits just in upkeep until you get back home. And then, depending on where you go, since it's 500 light years, and then you can take a ship in a few surrounding areas, I can't see the cartography data being more than 800 million to 1 billion in profit, minus 240 million. Nope, that's cool. That's why we're here.
So first of all, thanks for doing the math for us.
Yep, thank you for the math. Scanner mode.
So in some ways, really, like, if you're going to purchase this ship, you really got to treat it like how we purchase our own ships. And I mean, you better be ready to have some rebuy cost up front.
Ooh, rebuy and maintenance. Maintenance.
No, but that would be this maintenance stuff would be essentially rebuy cost, which is 10 million upkeep at the minimum.
Which brings us right back to, if you're going to be doing exploring in a fleet carrier, you need to plan ahead of time for the cost that it's going to be, and not a moment later, you know?
And in that case, like, maybe beforehand, those who are going to take the expedition with you, you get them to sort of do things to generate costs, so that way it gets you your money that you can plug into the ship.
What am I missing here? Oh. There we go. Hey, no problem. Let me know your commander name when you get the chance. I will send you a friend request.
Next system en route. Engage FSD.
Ah, I figured it would be that. I will send that in just a moment here. Let me finish scanning this system. Got another rocky body. How many planets are... Oh, 32. Holy crap. You know what? Actually, I'll do that right now. Let me see if I can... So, I think I can add from here. I don't think I have to log all the way out for that.
Hey, we lost Commander Nakona again.
Got it.
What the hell's going on there?
Sent. Okay, 14 out of 32.
Do you have a macro to leave the wing or something?
No.
It's the fuck you, Bob macro.
You're right. The fuck you, Psychon macro. That's what it is.
He says, and since about 80 to 90% of the systems don't have anything new in them, just a few sites here and there and anomalies, just doesn't pay at all to explore in a carrier. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, message above that one?
I don't disagree with that.
Let's say it's at the minimum of 800 million in profit on that trip. That's really only 560 million in profits, which you could have easily done with just a few hours of mining. Yeah, that's very true as well. And plus, if you're...
but then you're also talking about the experience, whereas with mining it might be more profitable to do, sure, but you're not going out there seeing all the different sites in the galaxy.
So,
yeah, also,
but when was the last time we saw something really, really cool on this trip, right? Have you run across any sort of Lagrange clouds or anything like that?
No, we haven't.
You know, I mean, the most interesting thing we've seen so far is fucking bark mounds, right?
Well, to be fair, like, we've come out to probably the least dense part of the galaxy in this area for this part of the expedition.
But even when we were in the really populated, or not populated, but even when we were in the really dense part of space, we weren't really seeing a whole lot of that kind of thing. You know, we did see more biological signals out there, but we still didn't see any Lagrange clouds or anything like that.
Well, I mean, there is a lot of space to explore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, space is big.
A little bit.
And just when you think you know how big it is, it's much bigger than that.
Indeed. It's infinitely big. There's infinitely much.
No one else catching the reference.
Like, really big. Like, really, really big.
Yes. I knew Bob would catch it. I didn't know if anyone else would.
Yeah, no, not picking up on that.
Check your guide.
Oh, okay. Now I get it, but I don't remember that line specifically.
He's never read it.
I've never actually.
Yeah, no, I've never read it.
Same here.
So he says, try 6 months at 500 light years per 2 hours and halfway across the galaxy. It'll get stupid boring super fast, and there's no fast way back home. You can't suicide and lose your build, so if you must, your carrier is legit out there draining your balance until you can put the time in to get back home. So yeah, that also...
No joke.
that also brings the question about... So, like, even with doing all this mining, like, it sucks that you can't, like, sell the stuff and then make a profit off of it somehow, you know? Like, there's just no way to accumulate that profit there. So, really, that kind of locks those fleet carriers down to a bubble, whether that bubble is the bubble or it's Colonia. You really can't go that far outside of that unless you have the funding to do so. And that does seem at a first glance like it's gonna suck.
Yeah, like if you're sitting on 20 billion credits, which, you know, hey, some commanders are, right? I'm not, but
No, I'm not.
I mean, I might spare you a few.
Get out of here. No, you don't. Okay. Why is this place called Sistes?
Because it's not quite a system. It's teasing you about it.
Oh, I guess so. Oh boy. Yeah, this is... I don't know. But
I was gonna say, isn't that a channel on the hub?
Where's Commander Urza? There's a joke in there from him somewhere. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm still excited about the fleet carriers. I am just sure that once they realize that this stuff isn't getting used for those purposes, like, we're gonna see some kind of change.
I mean, you know, the folks who've been through Distant Worlds have already been sort of talking and planning about how they would incorporate it into Distant Worlds the next time.
Says maybe you can get your exploration build to speed jump back home and cut the time down, then remote transfer your ships and modules. then be okay with losing all your resources and sell your carrier when you get home, but that's just losing about 70 million credits, plus mats and commodities that took you God knows how long to accumulate. Very
Yeah,
true.
no kidding.
Very true. Very true. So right now, it's looking kind of bleak, I feel like. It's looking kind of bleak for the fleet carriers, unless you're doing...
For exploration.
For exploration,
right?
yes. For that particular game loop, yes.
Yeah, so for mercenary and trading loops, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, looking a little bit better.
So if you want to do, you know, the like merchant type activities, right? Especially if you want to get into the whole you know, economy manipulation, and that there is a group of players that are into that sort of thing. You know, then you can get into the whole, you know, buying and selling commodities and that sort of thing, right? We cannot discount the value of having your own personal station sitting right outside the ring when you're out there has-res farming.
Okay, he says they did show the decommission cost during the vid. It added up to about 70 million credit loss, in case you were wondering where I pulled that number from.
So that's essentially for bare minimum 7 weeks worth of...
Oh wow, that's 2 water worlds in this system. Rocky body. How we doing on time, folks?
We are 30 till, almost.
Oh wow. Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Especially when you're talking about fleet carriers.
When
Indeed.
you're ranting about fleet carriers, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys know me. I like to kind of discuss how this stuff is working, because it kind of gives me an idea of things that I'm going to do in my own
You know,
titles.
you want to load the concept up in your head and turn it over and over and take a look at it from all different angles. And you know, we have a legit concern here that, you know, the Elite Dangerous has 3 core gameplay loops, right? You know, with a 4th loop is the PvP content, right?
Right.
But that really comes down to the same mercenary combat loop. And we feel like we're feeling like, just looking at this and what they've shown us so far, that they've left out one of the 3 core gameplay loops.
Yeah, and that really shouldn't be the case. Really shouldn't be the case. There's a system a bit past Sag that's got its either 3 or 5 ELWs, or Earth-like worlds, all orbiting each other and terraformable with a tourist beacon near them. Oddly enough, on one of my trips, I found that system without even knowing it was in the game, without exploring on my own. Oh wow.
Yeah, we hit that one on our second trip to Sag.
Okay. Did we? Which was that? Yeah, I think I remember doing it.
As he described, yeah, we hit that one on our second trip there.
Yeah. I remember hitting... I'll never forget hitting that one with the multiple black holes in it. You were really...
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
It was, yeah, a little dark.
One of the 2 water worlds is a candidate for terraforming. But the moon of the second water world is a candidate for terraforming.
Nice. Yeah, terraformable moons are kind of rare, man.
Yeah, wow. Okay, this is cool. I just made a lot of money on this system, I feel like. Here we go.
Get EV open?
Ah. Ooh, this is a nice system, though.
System map.
Oh, I love this paint job so much. When it went live, I just had to. I couldn't.
We got on here? Nothing real interesting. Next system route.
This is such an awesome paint job, though. Alright, let's hit that full blast. Do you really? Yeah, I'm different. I kind of stick with the one that I like. I feel like my ships have their own like personality, you know? I'm one of those kind of guys. And definitely this paint job belonged on the Nocturne here. Ship is so chill, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm the same way, right? The Iganishina can't be anything other than green.
Yep. The ship smokes more weed than me.
You would think that it would be brown with as much rum, right? But
Yeah, right. Yeah, you adapted that system so that your ship runs on rum.
No, it still runs on tritium.
So I have the golden paint job too, but I also have the original gold paint job that they discontinued when the golden released. That's pretty cool. Hello. A fish sandwich. Okay.
Where's mine? I love fish sandwiches.
The brother says that he wants also a fish sandwich.
Okay, we'll deliver him a fish sandwich. We'll do overnight shipping.
Awesome.
He heard that. He says, awesome. We gotta overnight it.
Nice and
Kisa made the fish.
Aww.
Commander Guru 951, welcome to the show. Charming says every paint job and body kit. He uses them for all those super dope photos he takes. It was silvery gold. Many people complained it wasn't golden enough, so they released the golden paint job and gave everyone who already had the gold paint job a free golden one. Oh, wow. Yeah, 07, welcome to the show. Oh, this is a cool looking one.
Water World.
And this Twitch chat is just, everyone's
Hello,
here.
Second Water World.
I'm so happy that all you guys are here.
Yeah, just in time for us to wind everything down, right?
Well, yeah, we still got 30 minutes, right? Still got
Ish.
about 30 minutes. 31 minutes-ish. What is this? Donkey Kong 3? Donkey Kong Country 3? There we go. Oh, this is going well. I'm gonna have to find a place to land here. Any geological surface signals to be... You know what? Maybe next system. Maybe next system will have some geological or biological. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll hit the biological signals in the next system, but I'm starting to doubt it. For the exploration sighting. Nice.
Yeah, you know, that's an achievement on EDSMs to make it to Colonia and Ascites.
Oh boy, we are gonna have to do that one.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Base sighty. Just buy it and go.
Yeah, and then as soon as you get like 2 jumps outside the bubble, then you have to call the fuel rats to rescue you.
Yeah, right. One jump in the bubble. Right, more like 10 or so, he says. Oh no, he's talking about Charmings has taken at least 20 different ships to the core, and about 10 actually, more like 10. And that's cool. We just hit the core for our second time, which was and Sycon's first time.
Third for me.
Yep, third for Taylor, second for me. One for Commander chewing stuff in the microphone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like if you had a potato chip and you just like up to somebody's ear like. No, don't do that.
That got me a dirty look just now.
Sycon.
What are you talking about?
Sycon. You are about to be bageled. Man, he says I've gone to the core more than 30 times, mostly in the Conda, and Colonia around 20 times. 1.6 million light years traveled in the game. Wow.
In and out over and over again, huh?
Yeah. Sexy. It's a sexual Conda. It's like a sexual tyrannosaur.
With longer arms. Oh.
Yeah. No, thank you. So Knack dropped out again. Must have pressed that fuck you, Psycon macro button. Aw. Let's see. Finally
I've
pulling
only
up
got
with
one
this game.
terraformable here. I've got 2 water worlds, but neither one of them is terraformable.
Oh my gosh. He says, I took an FDL with 23 light year jump range, 1,200 light years past Sajay, and then back home. It was a 3-month trip, and the best trip I've ever taken. I bet you made some cash off that, though, because you had to hit, like, every...
firepower for out there.
Or was it like a, I just did it to do it kind of thing? Or like, what made you decide to take an FDL out there? Oh, and he says that was before Guardian boosters.
Well, yeah. I mean, my first trip to Colonia was in a Type 7 with like a 12 light year jump range.
And you were running cargo.
I was running that was why I had a 12 light year jump range.
that if I remember your story correctly, that was for that event where they were setting up in Colonia, right?
Yep.
But it wasn't called Colonia back then. It was called the fucking butt system.
It had a weird name.
Oh, interesting. So that was on your first trip? Am I understanding that? That was your first trip out there?
Me or your viewer?
The viewer, Jarminx.
The viewer.
He says, was my first ship to use on my core expedition, which was every ship in the game to the core and back, but I only did 2 to 3 ships during that expedition. And he says, no, that was my first trip in that expedition. Ah, okay. It's an interesting choice, though.
Murder Lance?
Yeah, Murder Lance.
Oh, I mean, Murder Lances are pretty light. You probably, get a decent jump range on it if you strip them down to the skivvies.
No, he's saying 23 light year jump range.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, pre-Guardian booster, yeah.
Ah, okay. So it was an aesthetic thing at that point. I don't blame you for that. That the FDL looks awesome. This FDL with a nice paint job and the ship kit was a beautiful sight.
That's why I took my cutter to Colonia.
He says, I've got 117 8K wallpapers created from that trip. Bob, that's you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Screenshots and screenshots and screenshots. You have mapped. And then we have this other water world. And this was not a terraformable candidate. No. So I'm going to do one more jump after this next one, and then I'm going to start finding a place to set down.
Sounds like a plan.
Indeed. And that will be our closing. I was really hoping that I could get a shot or a short video clip from like just behind the chair in my cockpit, because I really wanted to change my my background in Zoom, since my work is at Zoom and like my class is at Zoom. So I wanted to. I was straight going to change it to the cockpit view, and then anybody asks, I'd be like, "I'm in my ship right now. What's going on? What are you talking about?" Just start role playing.
If anyone could do it, it'd probably be Bob who could get it for you.
I couldn't get it because there isn't a camera view that is set up directly in front of the cockpit chair. And furthermore, when you go into free cam in your cockpit, it doesn't let you fly around the cockpit naturally.
Nope.
Sad face.
Nope. Not unless you're set up with a HTC Vive or something like that.
Hey, don't we have someone who could possibly do something like that for you to get just a cockpit view?
Hey, Knack.
What?
You can get up and walk around your cockpit, right?
Yeah.
Do you have an Anaconda yet?
No.
Damn it! I specifically want the Anaconda It's my favorite ship. I love my Anaconda. This is my favorite
All those
ship.
exposed wires out there and everything to be
Correct. Correct. I love that feeling on this ship, man. Like, I don't know. Everybody's familiar with like ships like the Millennium Falcon, which like they tried to kind of make it feel like it's kind of a clunker. You know, it's kind of been pieced together and engineered by underqualified people on the way there, right? And I kind of like that aesthetic,
like
and this
the
ship
Starship
has
Titanic.
that. Yeah, right. Right? So, like, you're just kind of upkeeping as you go, and I really like that. And the ship, with its exposed wires and all of that, kind of captures that really well. And I'm sure that's what they were going for.
So I can guarantee you there's only 2 people in this conversation who know what the Starship Titanic is, and you ain't one of them.
I'm not one of them. But because you brought it up, I know that that's in that same realm, because you know what I'm talking about.
Right, Knack?
Or even Serenity at that point would probably also qualify.
No. So the Starship Titanic was one of those things that, during its construction, the people who were constructing it were so corrupt and cut so many corners that it suffered a catastrophic spontaneous existence failure on its maiden voyage.
Oh, wow. So just ceased to exist, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
So he's going to post a link in the Twitch chat, and yes, you can, to a Google Docs link to an 8K wallpaper folder from that trip. You can have fun with them on your desktop if you'd like. Oh, that is awesome. That is super awesome. There it is, right there. Popping that open right now. What is this window that it's pulled up in? That's strange. I didn't know there was a Windows 10 app for Google Drive. That's crazy. Oh, wow.
Ooh, Waterworld.
Look at that. Dude, he's got a ton of awesome pictures. That's amazing. Holy crap.
I mean, it's almost like he created a Discord group in order to check out these pictures. Waterworld and Ammonia World.
I did some after that trip, so it's not all FDLs, but most of it is. No, that... Oh, you won't hear any complaints here. Those are awesome. I probably have a very similar collection of not 8K, but definitely lots of screenshots on my end. Which I still need to get you those links, Sycon. I have not done that yet, so that we can get those on
That's
our.
Okay, I still got to do some things for that anyway, but
on our BRB screens and on our intro screens and stuff like that, and on Twitter. We're gonna start posting these to Twitter.
Ooh, there is a terraformable water world and an ammonia world in this system.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah, I've had some good luck with these water worlds today. Found quite a few of them. There's that bonus. Whoops. Next system en route.
Selecting next system en route.
There you are. Hopefully this next system, or at least the next couple systems, have somewhere for me to set down. It was a bland site, which speaks on how epic the trip was. It was the very first screenshot in that. Oh, the 4-star Hotel 1.
Course adjustment.
Oh, that looks so cool, dude. Oh, that's so cool.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now.
I'm gonna have to dig through that too. So I've got a laptop that needs that needs these.
Confirming
If you don't
exit
mind
point
my
to
exposing your screenshots to elementary and middle school age kids once we actually get back to doing that in the
Standby.
classroom.
Scanning now. Collating.
I'm
Compiling
doing
data.
classroom stuff.
Updating cartography.
I kind of wonder if she's going to, though. I wonder if we're going to remain online moving forward. Part of me hopes so, because like we're really getting a lot more hands-on with these kids, I feel like. Getting a lot more,
So I think I figured out why Knack keeps dropping out of our wing.
Why is that?
He's got to be board flipping.
Board flipping.
Board flipping. Don't get me
We're going
started
on
on
mission
board
boards?
flipping. Yeah.
So what you would do is you would go between different modes in order to...
You would flip between different game modes so that the board would reload with the fresh missions, and I'm just like, that is a broken game mechanic.
No, didn't they fix that? that you can't do that anymore?
Scanner mode.
I thought they specifically took out board flipping.
Yep, they nerfed it all right. They totally nerfed it. You remember when I made that video and I was like, look whose internet is working like it should normally be working? True. No, they made it so you can't really board flip anymore, and like instead of giving us more access to so you could like load yourself. You used to be able to load yourself down with something like data missions where you could run like a, you know, as many of them as you want to another station. So you'd have like 20 or something, whatever the max is. And you would do it by like essentially logging out, back in, pick up the 2 that are there, log out, back in, pick up the 2, you know, and keep doing that until you've got 20, and then do your run on data missions, right?
Okay.
So
well, I'm totally not doing that.
Yeah, no, he was making a joke. I'm not sure if it was to get me started ranting about it or not, but because I have a video on my own channel, on my own YouTube channel, where I'm talking about that kind of thing and like how that particular thing was broken and needed a fix and not a nerf. Destiny 2 clan needs me in a raid. Hey, I understand that. Thanks for tuning in, Charminx, and I hope to see you next time, man.
Well, I just skimmed the star a little too close.
Scanner mode.
Acknowledged.
I mean, board flipping was something, but and you know, it's great that you could load down like you know, yourself with missions and stuff, but I really wish that they would have implemented a more natural way to do that instead of just saying, "Oh, we're taking out board flipping." Like at this point, you're policing the game and you're not fixing a problem, right? You're policing the problem, which just invalidated those data missions. So that's kind of what I was on about in that video, but
whatever. I got enough rank to buy my cutter. I'm good.
Yeah, we did get enough rank to get the cutter. But now, if you want the Corvette at some point in the future, which you're probably not, but you know, hypothetically, if you did, data missions would kind of be off the table for that, wouldn't they?
Well, I don't know. You still could load up on the data missions for the Imperial area. I
think I had a pretty good solution for it though. Separate the boards. Separate the mission boards into separate boards. I mean, give us a board for data courier missions. Give us a board for transport missions that are cargo related. You know, give us a cargo board. Give us a bounty board. You know, and then keep them updating at intervals, or give us a way to refresh them and check them. You know, that kind of mentality there. So instead of nerfing it and being like, y'all can't do this anymore, and load out with a bunch of, you know, now we can more naturally just look at a board and handpick a bunch of missions.
So let's think about that from a programming perspective, right? So all of that stuff is database driven. There has to be a SQL query somewhere that's pulling all of the you know, the stuff from the table for that area, right?
Course
or that station or whatever, okay, and displaying it for you.
Right.
It's filtering it, right? So what you're talking about is different SQL filters.
Yep.
Okay. So it can be a lot easier if you just expose, because those things have to be generated on a schedule. There has to be some process running in the background on some server somewhere that's generating these, right? And the one thing that's not exposed to the player, that's us, is the frequency of the schedule of the task, right? So just expose a timer, right? So this board will update in this amount of seconds.
Yeah, that's a good way.
This many minutes.
Or even maybe keep it at a quota, you know, where you have like X number of missions that can possibly populate on that board, and if you pick one up, then another one drops in its place. You know, that kind of thing. That might also work. I mean, it would take some testing and some, you know, pulling some data, but it says they should just burn down the bubble. Punk rock! Activate the dark wheel. Activate the Guardians. Activate the drive tech Sirius is hiding from us. Open up black holes to wormhole travel and just burn it all down so we can begin again. Punk rock! The system is not working. Burn it! Anarchy!
In the beginning, the universe was created.
This
will be considered by many to be a bad move.
Mm-hmm.
Oi, oi, oi! Yeah! I like this guy. Scanner mode.
Affirmative.
Oh, that touched my black little heart. Did we ever get a...
Who doesn't like Douglas Adams?
Oh no, I
That's
guess...
a loaded question right there, man.
Scanner mode.
Acknowledged, Commander.
Okay.
Well, I know plenty of people have never heard of him, have no idea who the hell he is, but everyone that I've ever talked to that knew who he was, I've never had them say, no, I don't like his work.
I don't think I knew too many people who knew who he was. Or knew who he is. Was.
Is.
Will be. New bubble relocates to the 42nd region, the Void, just west of Colonia.
Yeah, we already passed by there. We've been trying to get in there, and
Yeah, what's up with that? Let's see some all right. Let's see some interesting stuff happen here. Like the Thargoids are actually successful in dismantling the entire bubble, and the bubble is forced to relocate in this series of like weeks or like months long like effort and like community goals or something. That would be interesting. That would be what the hell?
like in the start.
No max headroom.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you were saying, but you totally max headroom to that shit. What is the answer? He says, what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? 42, the Void
42.
region. The 42nd region, the Void. Scanner mode.
Making it so.
Right, I got everything? Yeah, okay, I did get everything. So let's check on the system map and see what we've got. So we got a metal-rich body. Refining scan. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Please don't be nothing. Oh, and a metal-rich body, too. This will be good. With 4 geological set. Well, it is a small planet. Here we go. Alright, I'm flipping around. I'm going to land on this metal-rich body here. And that'll be where I call it.
Okay, broadcasting now.
Uh-oh, looks like Bob's having some troubles again.
No, Knack, why is your voice attack yelling at us?
My voice attack wasn't.
What?
You were probably hearing my wife talking to the Google Home Mini.
Oh. That's why it said scanning now.
No, it said broadcasting now.
Oh, it said broadcasting now? Oh, wow, I just kind of flew right past that. Damn, Commander Taylor got disconnected again, though. I see that. There we go. There should be a Raxla counter. It counts every body and ring and asteroid belt that has been mapped and ding the counter per discovery, not Raxla. The problem with that is I think an integer can only go so high, so we'd need like multiple different addresses in memory allocated for that.
External camera.
Like what's the maximum value a modern integer can hold?
Depends on how many memory locations are assigned to it, and you can keep stacking up memory locations.
On a single integer, though. Yeah, we'd have to have multiple memory locations allocated for that. So for a 32-bit signed binary integer, it's 2,147,408. No, I'm sorry, 2,147,483,647.
Yeah.
Do you know what a rogue in programming is? A rogue. Like a rogue semicolon? I know what a rogue semicolon is.
Everything all right? Those zombies come back for you?
No, a rouge. No, wait, no, it is a rouge in programming? No, I don't think I've ever heard that term. No.
Yeah, neither have I. But I pretty much got off the bandwagon back about the 16-bit era.
I believe it's ASCII. It's 42. Okay, so it's 042. That gives me asterisk. Wait. Yeah, it gives me asterisk. Right? That's an asterisk?
No,
Is that...
it wasn't the zombies.
But it...
Maybe
Whoa!
It was the zombies.
I just realized that this planet is just tearing around. Like, hold on. Guys. Look at my feed. Look at my feed.
I can't.
Everybody have it up? Because I'm going to stop when you have it up. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I'll stop. There it goes. Bye-bye, planet.
Stop all thrusters.
Bye-bye. There it goes. See ya. Do you see this? Look at how fast that thing is just tearing around. Okay, we're gonna land on it.
Let me look at your feed now that I've got my crap going on. Let's see here.
He says, ASCII 42. In programming, asterisk is commonly referred to as a script of whatever you want it to be symbol. Yep, a wildcard. I've heard it called a wildcard ASCII language, the original way that computers run the most basic computer software. In it, 42 is the designation for asterisk.
Alright, I'm looking at your stream. Do what now?
Okay, so watch this planet when I stop. I'll stop. There it goes. Bye!
Dang.
Right? It's going, man. Wait a minute. Where does this orbit line go? Does that intersect with the star? I'm scared.
I would certainly hope not.
Does that that doesn't intersect with the star. No. That... Hold on, I'm checking that before I land.
Yeah, that might be a good
No.
idea.
It doesn't.
You know you can always look in the orrery.
That's what I'm doing, yeah. No, it doesn't. Alright, we're gonna try to land on it. I wonder, is it tidally locked as well? Is it tidally locked?
It would have to be.
Okay, I'm having trouble keeping up with it. Ooh,
Gas on it.
Yep, I just did that. And we're coming down quick! Pull up! Up, come on!
Did you check to see what the gravity was?
Nope! Who cares? We got this!
Pancake mode engaged.
Pancake mode and get... No, I've got like 0.03 as I'm on approach. We got this. Oh, you know what I didn't check? Hold on, I didn't check for any, Why am I coming down still? This is not good. I didn't check for, dropping from orbital cruise. Flight engaged. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to... I'm not super cruising around this thing. Yeah, small planet, low gravity. Oh, but I didn't find any geological signals on it. I don't think I could have surface scanned it if I tried.
Yeah, but even still, like, you're on a fast-moving planet. What's better than that?
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I didn't find any.
Death?
Right? That's okay. We're running real short on time anyway, so... Yeah, no, gravity isn't even that bad. It's like 0.06. He says, larger planets, typically above 5,000 kilometers, a noticeable largeness, will have an excessive gravity, 1.5 G and higher.
Yeah?
Yep. Oh.
Deploy landing gear. Thank you.
That crater up ahead looks pretty interesting. It looks like that might be one of those ones that has atmosphere inside it, but I doubt it. This one wasn't like a terraforming candidate or anything. I just kind of chose to set down on this because of the geological signals, but I may look into that during the next stream. We'll see. We've seen plenty of geological signals out here, though, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, if they were biological, I'd definitely hop back into Super Cruise. Yeah, definitely. I don't think I have either. Definitely seen some variable gravity. Definitely.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Commander Taylor here, who is usually the one giving our science lectures. Isn't that right, Commander Taylor?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. All right, we are about 300 meters from touchdown now. Science is cool. Love science.
Alrighty, 41,749,000 credits.
Which, by the way, our VR engineering course that I'm teaching is much like Scratch, but for virtual reality, which is pretty cool.
Alright, you guys getting ready to wrap it up?
Yes, we are. Whoop.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I'm setting down right here. Oh, come on. Pull forward a little bit. Nope, now it's unsuitable terrain. Come on. Get out here where it's a little more flat, I guess.
Alright, well, since I just about have everything squared away in here that I want for the time being, I will hopefully get a chance to take a look at the ARC server tomorrow.
Okay, I mean, they ended up setting up another server. So I don't even think it's that pertinent that you do.
Yeah, well, hers was annoying the heck out of me at a really bad time for that.
Yeah. As I'm sure he tends to.
Yeah.
What is going on? Why can't I land? Let me land, game. Alignment okay. Yeah, okay. It's just not letting me land out here.
Hey, you know what I found?
What's that?
More lichen.
Oh, wow. You're always finding the lichen.
Brown.
So you're saying that you found, so if people are interested in the stream, they should share and like in it?
Oh my god. Whoop, whoop. Hold on, there was one. Okay, I got a little overzealous with the thrusters on that one. There, oh, no, oh, there's like these little spots. There we go. Alignment okay. I bet it's not going to let me land here. Come on.
Type 9 heavy.
Got it. Touchdown. Let's hop out in the SRV. Get a screeny. Ah, okay. I need a slide whistle. Doing it. External camera.
Change camera.
What do you mean signal lost? Okay, I was in the ground, I guess.
Mr. Bowden,
Yes, dear.
how come I don't have internet?
Oh, it might be because you don't have a network cable that run to that machine.
Yes.
We're going to take care of that.
Yep,
All right.
well, I guess I'm going to take this opportunity to get off now, guys.
All right, good to see you again, Knack.
Alrighty.
Take every opportunity to do that offers.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Screenshots!
Alright, good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, bud.
Bye.
And that seems like it's going to be about the end for us as well, huh?
Yeah.
You guys ready to wrap things up?
I think
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all your input, Commander Guru, Commander Jarminx. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. As always, this is Commander VG Punks, the video game punk.
so. Commander Taylor-MadeAK.
And Commander SA Icon Jr.
And Commander Nicola.
We're signing off. Keep a song in your heart.
07.
07.
07.
07.